So fuck you.
Sorry,
I gotcha. No, hi everybody. We're gonna be playing some D&D tonight.
Did we start? You think that would stop me, you fool?
Damn it!
This is not a game you can win, mortal.
It's really not. It's not a fair game. All right, so hi everybody. We are going to be playing some D&D tonight, following the continuing story of the Dawnforged company. They have recently come into the Aarakocra city, awakened with the awakening of the Kenku, with hundreds and hundreds of these awakened Aarakocra swarming around the city for a few months now. Have been rebuilding it and recreating this lost society of Kaif. It's supposed to be a bird noise. It's Kaif if you're not wanting to make the noise. But they recently came in and they went directly to the Great Library to speak with the council. Instead of speaking to the council, they actually ended up talking to actually an old ally of theirs, Ogoj Rohanar. He was one of the very first quests that they had. He actually, along with a bunch of Kenku, had recruited the Dawnforged company to help them get to the bottom of the Silver Note mine, to a thin place between the realms that created a magical well that he had made a... He was able to awaken the Kenku from their state of the cursed wingless into the full Aarakocra bodies that they have now. So as they, with the awakening of that, they see Ogoj here. He's waiting in this library, sitting in this vortex of papers, using some magical forms to read extra fast. He comes and greets them, knowing them for who they are, and then speaks a little bit with them, lets them know that he will pass the information on to the council, as the council is trying to free up more of their time as they are aging rapidly and really kind of a little bit bitter about having to be a Kenku for all their life, and then suddenly... Oh, no, cool, I got like, what, a year left? Fuck you. And so they're not the happiest they could be, so he's been kind of managing the public interactions with the council. And then, before we left, he did something very strange. He asked Uza to hold his breath. And Uza did. He kept holding it. And holding it. For about 3 minutes. And then... Oh, he's like, okay, perfect. That's what I needed to know. And he scurried off into the council room, leaving you all in this great library.
Fun fact, I've been holding my breath for 2 weeks to figure out what the hell this means.
Perfect. So, what would you like to do from there?
So, are we waiting in here for him to brief the council and then we go talk to the council?
Oh, hey,
or is he gonna come get us?
16th month, dang, Molly killing it.
Noise.
So basically, he's just he's going to inform them. He said basically he's going to create like a meeting with them for you later. So he's trying to set up the meeting. So you get the idea that you're released for now to go and explore, and then you're also going to be he's going to be issuing you, or no, he did issue. He wrote up a quick like license and told you to take it to the Aarakocra downstairs.
Right. Because I need a permit to preach.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna start like just tapping. I'm just gonna start hitting by Sarah. By Sarah. By Sarah. By Sarah.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes. What?
Am I here? Am I physical? Am I dead?
I put my hands on Uza and push him lightly to make sure he is still there.
He sways regularly.
Okay.
You look like you're there to me.
Am I dead?
Is he dead? I asked the guy.
Oh, Ogoj is already gone.
The fuck? He just walked off?
Yeah, that's a really terrible note to leave out on.
I would have followed him if he left. There's no way I'm letting him get out of the room.
Okay. So you want to stop him before he goes?
Yes.
Okay, so as he's starting to leave, you catch him right as he reaches the door, and you kind of like grab his elbow, and he kind of looks up. Yes, what is it?
You can't just leave our friend like that. You got to tell him what the hell's going on.
Oh, I would if I knew. I don't know. It's
Well,
just
how did you know that he didn't need to breathe? Hold on.
Oh,
how did you know he didn't need to breathe?
Oh, it's happened to all of our recorded citizens so far, so I've been trying to figure out why and if there's any of us who are immune to it, but none yet.
Alright, so you don't need to breathe either, and neither has any Aarakocra that you know.
As far as I know, we are breathless.
Is there anything else you've been lacking? Do you need to eat food? Have you tried this? Do you need water?
Well, we found out early on when we were rationing the food that we don't seem to get hungry. We do enjoy eating food, and we will suffer physical consequences, such as, we will lose weight and muscle mass and these things, but we don't appear to require food anymore. It is very interesting.
Are you alright?
I'm
You've
sorry.
got something in your throat. No, alright. Well, that's interesting. That's some news.
Oh, and you don't need to sleep. If you are exhausted or very, very tired, you will stay that way, but you won't get more exhausted from not sleeping. It is strange.
Question. I have a question.
Yes, of course.
I have gotten exhausted from not sleeping.
Oh, yes? What happened?
I stayed up really late painting a super cool painting, which if you want to see it, it's pretty dope.
It's on right, yeah.
And I got it was in the Feywild. And then I got...
Interesting.
What was that?
May I see this painting? It was not on this material plane. That is interesting.
It's currently in a tower with our dragonborn in his pocket.
Okay, well, in that case, I will see it some other time. The fact that you were able to get exhausted but not on this material plane is quite interesting. That suggests that it might be something anchored in the material plane, which is a step in the right direction. I will ask any others who have visited other planes, if I can find any, to see if they've experienced anything similar. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, now, oh my god, I'm going to do an all-nighter now.
I mean, might as well, right?
There did not seem to be very many consequences from it. I would be cautious, but let me know your results.
For science!
Yes, for science.
Sorry, this seems to reek of gods and magic and all of that.
Yes,
is there any of it? Is there any specific gods that you've interacted with, or anything that you could think? I mean,
well,
that could lead to this.
As I said, Uzo is our first religious addition to our citizenry, and so that's why I'm going to get him, some sort of license or some sort of marker so we can keep track of his progress and see his effect on the community. Yes. And
so, prior to the curse, none of your records indicate any sort of religious leanings at all, or interactions even with powerful magical beings.
There are those who come. Unfortunately, very many of them in a more feeble-minded state, unfortunately, taken over by fugues and things. Speaking of the god Akkadi, their minds entirely obsessed with this idea. I don't know if that helps, but that
Do you mean, like, prior to the curse? Or
no, after the curse has been lifted.
Do you have any idea who put the curse on you?
Unfortunately, that has been lost to time. We are hoping some of the reawakened memories, which at first came swiftly, are now faded and far and few between, is something that I wish to discover. Even, you remember one of my past companions, Lee, suffers from these waking dreams, where he talks about the great city on the plane of air beyond the labyrinth winds called Akka. Keeps going on about this spires and gardens atop some sort of moat of earth. He even has conversations with people that I cannot see, but he claims they are the Dukes of Akka. The Wind Dukes. I do not know what it means. I'm trying to find anything I can on Akkadi, but strangely enough, the reading on Akkadi is far and few between, and unfortunately, with the amount and how quickly we are growing, we have not had the time to really excavate or explore many of the closed-off buildings as, well, not closed off, just pre-designated buildings. We're more concentrated on building for those who are coming in and creating a space for them. Somewhere that they can live and everything like that before we can inform ourselves or them. The council have told me they are looking into it, although they are spending a lot of time enjoying being alive, in their words. So I'm kind of at a crossroads. I have my commitments, but no time to fully investigate, unfortunately.
Right.
Huh.
I know, it is quite strange. I will not argue there.
Alright, well, thank you. If there's anything else you think we need to know, please let us.
Of course, yes.
And stuff like that.
I apologize if it was ill manners to rush out like that. I have quite a lot on my mind, and I sometimes forget that the old ways die hard. You're not used to being able to answer questions, and so occasionally you just say your piece and leave. I apologize.
You kind of left me with bated breath.
Fun.
See what you have done there. That is excellent.
Thank you.
I do apologize. Is
Okay,
that
I can
all?
still joke when I'm dead.
You're not dead. You are alive. You have a pulse.
I have a pulse? I'm going to check if I have a pulse.
You hold your fingers up to your neck, and you kind of wait. You're like, and then you realize you're nervous, and you can feel your pulse. It's quick. You are like 160.
Hummingbird heart?
Hummingbird heart, who's also afraid.
Well, that just raises further questions.
I know. I know.
So if I have pulse, that means I can bleed. And if I
Oh
bleed,
yes, you can still die.
they can kill it.
I mean,
You want to die? Pulls out a gun.
well,
This is the roller coaster of emotions today. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate all this wonderful things that you've been bringing to my attention in this city that was once a village the last time I saw it, which was a long time ago, which why you probably don't have records on me here.
would you like me to look up your records or ask the council?
No, don't trouble yourself. You have enough to look at with me being tired on the Feywild. Remember, you got to ask him about that, and the fact that I'm the only person that doesn't have a crazy brain after seeing Akati.
That is true.
That's like half true.
Do you
Just kidding.
have any magical inkling?
Yes, and I'll cast light.
Interesting. Did you have this before your encounter with Akati?
No, she
Very
gave me this power.
Very interesting indeed.
Pretty
I will
cool.
think
She
on
gave me
this.
these powers in order to recruit other Aarakocra. You know, she can probably hook
Excellent.
you up too, man.
Oh, I have my own mystical abilities.
That's cool too.
Absolutely.
And he kind of like he just pulls up like a small illusion of some flapping around. Oh, fuck you, bigfollows.com. You are banned. Get the fuck out of my fucking channel.
Jesus.
And then
Whoa,
search
Followers primes? Come on. Oh my god. So annoying.
Banned like a mother. Don't you
Bot.
get the fuck out of here. you
Good
bot
old
bots.
bots.
Oh yeah. So,
What happened?
oh, bot.
Twitch bot.
Bot got on my nerves, and now
Get
they're gone.
follows here now. You need them. We have them. Not a scam at
Hey.
all.
Nice for you.
Did you
Good.
break
Buddy.
your hand with the butt? Is that the emote?
Yep.
Nice. I like it.
Ciao.
Anyway, I should go. The council will want to know if... Ooh, ball got with the tier 2!
Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that.
Sausage. Hell yeah! Alright.
Hell yeah. What? Hell yeah. Say it again. Hell yeah. One more time. Hell yeah.
Alright. And then so, with that, he kind of heads into... he checks once more before going, actually. He's like, is there anything else before I leave?
Not at the moment, but I'm sure I will have a laundry list for you later.
Excellent. If you, I will send a messenger. Probably use Larry. Look for him. He will, should be able to find you. He's one of our best.
What's he look like?
Larry, he looks, let's see, he's kind of white feathered with some brown speckles around the face. He usually wears a coat over his wings. He's not gotten quite used to the wings yet. We do have a few citizens who are having trouble transitioning between flightless and flighted, but he wears his back feathers in a ponytail, almost reminiscent of a, what do they call those? The messenger birds? No, not the messenger birds. The
Pigeons?
no. They're large. They have big back feathers in their head. They go I do not remember what they're called.
Oh, Secretary Bird.
Secretary Bird, thank you. Yes, he looks a bit like one of those.
Neat.
Yes. If you know what, I know this is. I wish I had more answers for you at this time, but hopefully I will have some soon. But I will send him to find you, and until then, feel free to explore the city. Take that writ downstairs, and they should be able to get you set up. Skrivac, or not Skrivac. I will talk to Skrivac. He's one of the oldest of our council, and Kirik downstairs should be able to take care of you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Leap through the door.
Alright, well that's something.
So, this is not going according to plan.
Right, what was the plan again here, Uza?
I was going to show up,
Uh-huh.
act super cool, and be like, hey, Akadi's awesome. And they're going to be like, yeah, you're right. Akadi is awesome. And I was like, you guys want to form a holy army? And then would have been like, I'm not sure. And I'll be like, she can do this for you. And then I'm going to cast guidance and light. And they would be like, we're in. And then we would have been on to the desert in like 2 days tops.
Oh Lord, I need to ask you about your plans sooner rather than later. So I take it that the entire thing falls apart if this whole religious conversion thing doesn't really work for you. Do you see an a-religious way to execute on the same gathering of an army? I really thought that this was more of a... I guess more of a lock than it is.
Well, I think... I don't know for sure. I just have this terrible inkling that the reason that we were cursed, I mean, it's got to do with Phobator, right?
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Because I'm thinking Phobator's the god of nightmares. He's God. He can curse us. He's got a boner against hating, or he's got a boner for hating Akadi. We are literally Akadi's people.
Doorbell.
What better?
Go ahead.
Oh, you dipped out. But Phobator's got a hate on for Akadi. The Aarakocra are Akadi's people. What better way to fuck with a god than to turn her believers into a bunch of mindless, shitty, hate-filled things that can't enjoy the air that she gave them?
Well, you know, it could be... We could just rally them against Phobator. We've been seeing more and more dark creatures as we've been traveling, and I don't think that's just because of where we've been traveling. I think it's because he's gaining in power, and that becomes a problem for everybody. So we can rally them around that, and then that still serves Akadi's needs, right?
Totally. And if we can prove or find out or confirm, I guess, if Phobator was responsible for the curse, that'll mobilize pretty much every single one of these guys. Well, maybe not every single one. Maybe there are a few that have trouble transitioning, like he said. But still, that'll be a huge step. And
so it sounds like we need to go to the scholars and at least put them on the trail, right? We'll suggest anything we can about Phobator. We'll let them know. Do we have any evidence that we can offer them?
How about those huggy jerks that we keep running into?
Absolutely. Do you think we could capture one? Do you think we need to?
I think we could lure one towards it, or they know about them already, and they probably know that it's getting worse. We can ask them down.
And we know for sure that those are avatars of Phobator or whatever.
Not
right?
quite, but I can, you know, make an educated guess, and I'm assuming we can probably sway that in our favor, because you're pretty persuasive, Faisal.
That's true. I'm just trying to figure out what it is that, like, is going on, because I have no idea. And I hate... I don't want to, like, I want them... I want their interest to be genuine. In case we're wrong, I don't want them to feel like they've been cheated, is all.
yeah, I don't want to lie to them.
Yeah. Alright, but who knows? Maybe their scholars will have good ideas. They've already been on this for months. Maybe they already know it was Phobator, or maybe they've seen signs. Maybe we can take their evidence and ours and find some answers.
Well, I mean, God says they don't know what caused the curse, but like you said, they might just have pieces, and then the name Phobator, what we know about the Phobator, might be the missing link.
Absolutely. So I guess we should go find some scholars, yeah?
Back to
Some
the
more.
library, I guess. Skiing.
Perfect. So you guys are heading downstairs.
Sure.
Perfect. So as you reach the downstairs, you do see that same bustling bird Kadik, who I will show you to you now because I found some good artwork for him, and him in his adorable hat.
That is fucking amazing.
Yeah, really, really like, yeah, super fun. And so as you kind of walk down, you walk in, and he's just kind of heading all the way involved in everything. He looks up. Oh, the meeting was helpful, productive.
I'm dead, but not really.
Oh, me too.
But apparently so is everybody else.
Don't worry. You get used to it. Quite beneficial when you like to spend your nights reading, actually.
Oh, that's true. Guys, I can do watch like all the time now.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Do
Don't have to
watch.
worry. And if you don't have to sleep, you might not be plagued with nightmares, which could be very useful. The way that things are
Holy
headed.
shit, that is so true. Which, by the way, I already forgot its fucking name. Eric?
Yes.
Kind of a personal question. Don't feel the need to answer it. But have you been at all plagued about nightmares involving the color purple?
Oh, well, to be honest, I haven't slept in a month and a half approximately, so no.
Okay. Wow. And you're totally fine then.
I actually was one of the ones who discovered we couldn't sleep purely on accident, because there are such a plethora of books here to read that I can just dive into any one of them at any moment and be in another world and kind of forget myself. And I forgot to, well, sleep. And they monitored me, and nothing ill happened to me, and I just kept reading. It's been wonderful.
So you've read most of these books then?
No, not even close.
Oh, crap. Okay.
There are many books here.
Have you
More arriving every
seen
day.
anything? Have you seen anything regarding the name Phobator?
Phobator, in my readings, well, I don't really read about gods mostly. I've been actually been assigned reading mostly to research things such as agriculture and different ways of different forms of government, sort of things to serve the city has been my focus lately. But I will see if I can find something on this Phobator. How do you spell that? You're kind of like as a pen.
Like it sounds. No, it's PH. Obetor.
Perfect. Thanks, Phobator. And you say they are something to do with dreams?
Yeah, he's the god of nightmares, and he
nightmares.
may or may not be the one that cursed us.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Interesting.
And he might also be trying to destroy the world in bleak hellscape of nightmares. So just light reading material.
About that last part. What did you say? Destroy the world? I would not.
I said light
appreciate that.
reading material.
Oh,
That was
light
the
reading.
last
okay,
thing.
yeah,
But before that, yeah, no, he's quite serious. By the way, the whole realm, whatever, the material plane may be in danger. We're not sure, but we also think he might have cursed you all. Do you have like a department of people who work on what caused the curse?
No, actually.
Are you serious? Do
Well,
you have any
it's-
experts in the field of the curse or curses or that time in history?
Unfortunately, it is difficult to find anything upon it because when we were cursed, there was no one left to write down what happened.
Right, but certainly must have histories leading up to that point, right?
Well,
There had to have
not
been people
in-
writing down newspapers from the time or something.
We were cursed for hundreds of years. Anything that I could find, unfortunately, turned to dust in our hands as soon as we were able to dig it out. This whole entire library you see here it was completely buried in dirt all the way up to, it was about all the way to the ceiling when we first started excavating. The fact that I was
So the
able
answer-
to... Oh, yes.
The answers might still be in here then, because
I
you
mean-
haven't read everything.
I have been working on it every day, but most of these books are ones that have been brought to us. The original books, unfortunately, were in quite terrible condition and mostly unreadable. The only one that we were able to recover is over here, and you see that he pulls you over to a pedestal that has, as you see right here, that has a book on it, and the other one that has a scroll. He's like, these were two of the things that we were able to. These aren't them directly, but these are what we've been able to extract from any of the. We have made a collection of small stories and things that I could pull out and hopefully replicate. There's a lot of, unfortunately, my insertion as an author trying to figure out where they were going, as they are incomplete. Many of them are Aarakocra stories of. We had an affinity for poems, especially epic tales of flying through the air. There's apparently some sort of air war at some point. It does not tell exactly what it was fought against, but there was apparently great losses, but apparently victory in the end. There is. He starts flipping through oh yes.
When was that air war?
Unfortunately, I don't have the date, but it was before the cursing, so I'm not entirely positive.
Did it say if it took place on this plane or another?
It took place in the air, is all that it said. Like I said, there's been a lot of me filling in with the blanks where. Unfortunately, there is nothing to fill, so I cannot vouch for the accuracy of anything here.
Fair enough.
Other than that, apparently, we were mostly hunters at one point until we did the establishing of the city, in which apparently there was some sort of alliance with humans, dwarves, and elves, as well as our people. Even some apparently had some orc blessings, as he kind of nods to Ulu. He's like, and so there's something about this city that there was some considered effort to give us our own place. Apparently, after this war, there was a reason to do that, which I have not discovered yet.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, Vicer, remind me, how many times did your great grandfather say that Phobator had been defeated?
I'm not sure.
He said it's basically just been a repeating thing for I think he said like 1,200 years.
He said something like 1,200 years worth of cycles. Like it's just an ongoing, unbroken circle, from what I can tell.
I wonder if this war was part of it. I mean, that bodes well, right? Because we're gathering armies. Maybe. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll kick his ass.
Yeah. That does remind me. Do you have any military force here? Is there anyone who's sort of like in charge of that we could talk to, maybe?
Oh, yes. Actually, so as you've noticed, I'm sure, as you came in, we have quite the ingenious wind wall protecting a lot of us, especially from the elements, which has allowed us to become more agricultural in nature. But you are looking for Mitrak. He is a large Aarakocra. He has the appearance. His head is the appearance and the coloration of a golden eagle. He is the one who has put together many of our defenses. He also is in charge of the flight, which is the city guard, as most people call it. But he took the nickname of the flight because he was the one who he was a strong flyer. So he taught many new people who would come on foot how to fly and does training exercises with them. Has a whole little flight school set up for newcomers to the city to get them more agile and swift in the air. He doesn't teach it anymore as he has taken over the flight, but if you want to, he's going to be northeast of town. You'll see that it's the only farm where there's nothing green growing. If you fly up, you'll be able to see it no problem. I forget there's only one of you can fly. And so he kind of like pulls out a small piece of paper and he just scribbles real quick and makes you a quick map and hands it over. It's just to the northeast of town.
Ty, would I have known this guy if he's been around for a while? Was this someone that...
You have met Mitrak before, but when you first met him, he was a new arrival, and there were people who were commenting how strong he was as a flyer, but he is also built, from what you remember. Like, of course, he's a good flyer. He has like immense wings. He's a little bit taller than everybody else, and he was also one of those who joined like the cry to be proud of this new awakening. That he was one of those, like, this is fantastic. We, let the past go. It doesn't matter as much. We are free to do what we do now. He was very kind of an outspoken figure as far as that goes, but he was only there for about 2.5 weeks. So while there was a few interactions with him, there wasn't anything like defining for you.
Okay, but I would recognize him.
Yes,
I know
you'll definitely
what he's
recognize
talking
him.
about. Okay. Final question for me.
Yes.
Ran into a couple of guys a while back outside of Vernder, and I was kind of curious if you had any records on them.
Names?
Scrawl L and Scrawl All were their names, I think.
One moment. And he goes over to the scroll, and he unwraps the scroll, and he starts spinning through it. How long ago was this?
Oh, gosh, maybe 4 months, maybe 5.
Near the beginning. Excellent. And he kind of starts scrolling back. And then he moves really, really quickly. And you see his eyes just pinging back and forth, almost superhumanly fast. And then at a point, he just stops the scroll. Here we are. It looks like, unfortunately, Scraw All was, and Scraw L were written as, they're put here as deceased. But it looks like there's no confirmation on that. They were sent on a scouting mission, and it looks like they never returned. That reminds me, I need to add you to the scroll. He starts spinning it the other way. And, all right, so you said your name was Uza, correct?
Yes, Uza Belanar.
Spelling?
Uzza. Balanar.
Perfect. And where did you first awaken?
I'm just outside of Vernder.
Outside of Vernder. Excellent. And how did you learn of the city?
I learned Scrawl and Scrawl L actually told me about it. It took me a while to get here, though.
Scrawl Brothers, led them here. Excellent. Well, it looks like if they have been lost, it hasn't been in vain. So that is excellent. And he starts blowing at it to dry it and then he kind of sets it down, and he sets it in a way that it doesn't. He puts two small little. He has these little pyramid weights that he puts on it so it can stay open, so it doesn't roll up on itself and ruin the ink.
Nice, professional.
Oh,
I dig it.
No, you learned this the hard way.
Oh yeah, no, I remember the first couple of maps that I drew. It was, impatience sucks. Random question. What's your guys' process for recovering Lost Aarakocra? Like if one were to show up?
Well, so we do receive an influx rather frequently. It used to be daily, but is now reduced to quite a lot. We found a lot of them feel an ancestral call of some sort. We've taken to describing it as an awakening of ancestral memory. And then so as they do come in, we mark them in this scroll. And then if they are interested in staying, are you interested in staying in Ka?
Probably not. We've got a world to save. I got a date with some badass orcs over in the Windstar. So
I understand this, but so I apologize. I should rephrase that. Are you interested in a permanent residence in Kaev?
Like a home?
Yes.
I don't know. You know what? Let me get back on that.
Well, if you are, I can put you down. I just need to mark on this list. And then if you are interested, if you would seek out Kururuk, he is over in the supplies building. He would be able to help set you up as part of the planning as far as building new houses and apartments and things go in the city. Would you prefer, if you were to be accepted, a house or just a small room or apartment living inside of the city itself?
House?
House, excellent.
And I have a lot of friends.
Oh, larger. So, house for entertaining. Okay. And then with the larger houses, we are asking that if you are able, if you could attribute in an agricultural sort of way as part of building the society. We have a lot of people who are attending the fields and everything like that. Is that something you'd be interested in, or is is there another service you would offer the city?
Service. I'm supposed to give you this, and I give him the writ. I'm apparently the designated preacher.
Oh, this is new. All right. Oh, would you want, in that case... I've never had a temple before. Would you like do we need to build a temple for this god of yours? Akadi?
Don't
know.
I don't know.
All right,
I'm gonna get back to you on that.
Okay, but as far as your contribution to the city, are you interested in agricultural means? Do you have another service you can offer? Scout, you are quite a talented a map maker, as it appears here. Cartographer, if you will.
Yeah, I can definitely. Well, I've given you guys all the maps that I currently have.
But it's a continued service.
Right, but I can't really commit to that because I have to save the world from the god of nightmares.
No, of course. After it is saved, though, come and see me. And if there's anything you need during your trip, your supplies, food, anything like that, make sure you do see Karuruk over at the supply building to the southeast. Other than that, and is there anything else I could look at for you today?
Did you guys have anything?
He kind of looks up to the rest of you.
I don't know. I don't think so. We'll definitely come back if we do.
Very well. And you see, as he's writing with a quill, it like snaps as he's making one last little note in this book that he carries, and then he kind of like, and he kind of, he puts it in deep in one of his pockets, and then he reaches to the back of his head, and he's like, and he pulls out a feather and continues to dip it into the inkwell and write.
That's downright masochistic, that is.
That's commitment right there.
It's efficiency is what it is. And he continues. And so you guys head out. Do you guys head out of the library at this point?
Sure.
Yeah.
Perfect. And outside, you see the wagon waiting for you. Everybody is asleep still. Who was asleep still asleep inside. And what would you like to do next?
Has Bloodscale been asleep long enough to recover from exhaustion?
Let's see. Bloodscale fell asleep last night, didn't he? He's been asleep since you guys went to sleep with the giants, right?
No, there was a small wake up because I still had nightmares that night, and then it got cured or dispelled, and then I slept the entire trip here.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you've recovered one level of exhaustion. Same for you, Ulu. You've been asleep the same amount of time, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, you can also recover. Well, you guys can both mark a long rest and recover one level of exhaustion. Or that's the same thing. Fuck it. Just mark a long rest.
I get 2 because we also wasted a Zephyr Greater Restoration on me when we were attempting to cleanse it.
Yeah. I assume you wrote down whenever you're greater restored, just make sure you write it down. So perfect.
So
There's a name right there.
Was I sleeping? Because I think I interrupted when I was actually supposed to be sleeping.
So you did say that you were interested in coming into the council and everything. So last time you said you were going to wait to sleep because you were very interested in what happened. We can retcon that if you wish. But...
No. Like if I said it before, then we'll go with what I said before. I just
because I think she asked me if Uza wanted her to go with, which she was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of terrified.
Yeah, so you're fine, dear.
Yeah, I was awake. Okay, so I was awake. Cool.
Excellent. Perfect. All right, so you head outside, and then you see the bustling city. There's all sorts of different Aarakocra flying around, above you, and there's still a few walking around the streets. You notice that a lot of the ones walking on the streets, they have this weird habit. A lot of them pull their wings close and like almost wear it like a shawl over their shoulders, or a lot of them have them tucked into different clothing and stuff like that. Clearly not used to this yet. But you see some of the ones, flying in the sky. There's still, people flying into and out of this one particular building that has even more traffic than the library. And then, it's the one that was to the southeast. And then, so that's kind of what the scene is. Just the flutter of wings is this inescapable, like, just constant noise right now around you.
Is it like the Ministry of Magic with all those letters that were just
exactly
flying?
Exactly
okay.
that. Good man.
I'm gonna fly to the carriage, rip the door open, and just start shaking Bloodscale like Bloodscale. I'm dead, but I'm not dead. I don't know what's going on, and then I'm just gonna tell him in typical.
Can we have him roll a strength check?
Sure. You know what? Roll a strength
I'm gonna guide
check,
myself for that,
and then roll a perception check against it at disadvantage. Let's see who gets.
Oh, that's a save. It's the same score though.
Thing, yeah. And then roll a perception check at disadvantage.
Work it on it.
Sure. Yeah, you are awakened. You are awakened.
You're lucky I'm perceptive as fuck today.
Yeah, so you awaken to Uza shaking you, and Uza, you like go for the shoulders, and you're like, this is too big, and you just grab the back of his head and start shaking his face.
I have a question.
Dragon gels.
Yes.
When my eyes open, what color are they? And is there a certain element shooting out of my eyeballs for a hot second?
Oh, Jesus.
Actually, yes. As your eyes awaken, you see his irises have gone pure ruby red, and as his eyes awaken, the first second there's this small gout of tiny bit of flame out of his nostrils.
That's so cute.
That's new.
What?
Fire! I'm dead, but I'm not really dead.
What do you mean?
I don't have to sleep or eat or drink or sleep or breathe. But I could bleed and I die.
And
Maybe.
neither do any of the Aarakocra for that matter. They're unsure what, but apparently they're not entirely uncursed or natural at this point anyway.
And then it's at this point, Bloodscale, as you're trying to make sense of what everybody's saying, you're kind of like still waking up. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's gonna be Garbo.
Perfect. So, as you're trying to interpret what everybody's saying, you just hear this overwhelming, I have come. We will decide the terms. Next you rest.
I don't know if I wanted to pass or fail that.
And so, as you just hear the very tail end of
I have full luck
Viserys'
again, so
sentence.
I could do it if I want.
So results already happened. You can't luck after results, so you got to call it beforehand.
Okay, you
Gotta be
were-
quick
you were
on
a
that
little
shit,
too
yo.
fast. You were a little too fast.
I was a little fast. So on these on out of combat
Perfectly
things.
fine. Happy with it? It's perfectly fine.
Oh, I was gonna say just on out of combat things. This is everybody with luck since there's a few of you. Make sure you call it quickly because my brain I don't think of luck in that context.
Yeah, fair.
I'm trying to, but I forget about it. So anyway, that's what you hear.
It's gonna be weird.
And as you do feel like a kind of warmth in the back of your throat and like around your eyes, and even your claws and the spines along your back kind of feel warm.
It's different than the acid reflux one.
Yeah, it's not like a burning, it's just this warmth.
Oh, I'm gonna have to fight a bastard. I have a feeling. All right.
Can I tell that his eyes are a different color?
Oh yeah, they are a vibrant ruby red inside of his silver scales. It's a little discerning. And make a perception check for me.
Sure.
And you notice the small patch of scales on his arm that has different colors now has a red scale.
So Phobator, my caused curse, because I don't know who caused curse, and this I was getting. Why are your eyes red?
Dragons.
Oh. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, we everybody's dead, but not really dead, and maybe partially dead. And
question.
I have a permit to be a preacher. And
I have a question.
Hmm.
Say they don't have to sleep.
yes.
You know the nightmares that the rest of us have been having? Well, most of the rest of us.
Yeah.
I think maybe they're being protected.
That is insanely smart. Why didn't we think of that? And I'm gonna look at Viserys and just be like, what?
You're not possibly blaming me for something here, are you?
You're the smart one.
No, I'm the
I'm
charming
eight.
one.
Right there. Right there.
Absolutely. What? What's up?
I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too, Bloodscale. Now, what do you mean they could be protected?
No.
Well, if you don't need to sleep, you can't have nightmares.
That one.
Absolutely. Yeah. I already said that to you for crying out loud.
Yes, but he put it in the
What if,
context
what
of.
if your god's
I'm
doing
sorry,
that?
I'm 8 and I'm freaking out.
Who's that? And I grab him and I shake him a little bit. Who's that?
So hold on, that
at
gives me an
God's
idea.
doing that.
Actually, when I banished you, you said you got to talk to at least your brother, but maybe not. Maybe a Cotty, is that right?
Oh shit! I actually don't remember. Ty, can you remind me?
Yes. So you've met your brother and Akati in dreams, but you do know that you were on the elemental plane of air, and there was a presence coming towards you that felt similar to Akati as you'd experienced it, and there was lightning strikes and everything suggesting that they were coming towards you, but then you were popped back before anything could be done because it didn't last very long.
So why not just go ask her yourself?
I was actually going to ask
Him
you if you could
again!
banish me again, but I want to pray first so I can give her a heads up. So hopefully she's just there.
Alright, just give me the nod and I'll do it.
I might want to do this later. I kind of need to collect myself before I see my god again, because apparently she's melting people's brains now.
Is
I mean,
Michelangelo here?
Well, how about lunch?
Yeah, absolutely. All of the old crews around here somewhere.
Can we
I
see
would
the
love
old
lunch.
crew?
I don't know if I need
I'd like
lunch.
the old crew.
Let's just get lunch, and then we'll calm down, and then we'll, work on this after lunch.
Or I could banish him right now and see what happens.
I mean,
I'm just kidding. I'm not. Whenever you want to, so let me know.
Amazing.
I almost did it, but I was like, "Nah, it's not cool."
actually,
I have a dumb idea for doing dumb ideas.
That ain't.
My sir, if you banish me, do you think I'm gonna go talk to dragons for a minute?
Not entirely sure. I have no idea. Would you like to find out?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Alright. I'll call you back here. Let's see. How long does banishment last on its own? Looks like it's gonna last about a minute. So, you've got a minute. Let me know. Good luck.
Cool.
Perfect. So are you choosing to...
I am not resisting. I am not resisting. I'm just going.
Perfect. So,
Gotta take you for a ride.
as you go to banish him, he's surrounded by flames and stays right where he's at.
oh,
And you see his eyes flare
I
off.
just wasted a DM20 though. I feel good
Yeah, you
about
did.
that.
Weirdly
Right,
enough,
looks
that
like
was the
you have
only
to
thing that was
sort
going to change
some-
it, is the fucking fucked up thing.
Looks like you might have. It looks like you might have to sort that one out on your own. We'll try it again later if you want to.
I was
No, that's
excited for a
useful.
second.
I'm rapidly, because I was right next to the cart, making sure I didn't catch the cart.
Oh yeah, so you actually make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh no!
Is
you
this
better not
an
light my
effect
shit on
I can
fire.
see?
Yes. No, you can't see it. Because you're choosing to accept the banishment. Okay, 16's enough. So like as you see he reaches out his hand to banish you, you feel the magic hold place, and you just hear a and you're like, oh fuck, and you jump out of the carriage, and you manage to jump right outside of it before flames, just like this small flame tornado around you, blowing off the effects of Viserys' spell.
Did he
That's
just
useful.
legendary resistance that?
Dude, that was not cool.
Dragon.
No, that is cool. If you
Like
can't be banished.
Bloodscale's like looking like off in a direction that none of you are. Just like, dude, that was not cool.
And then Bloodscale, in your mind, you just hear, "On my terms."
My head. We'll see about your fucking terms.
You get silence.
Do you want me to try it again? I can do it again if you want me to.
No.
I have
No.
a question. I have a
Yeah.
question that might help with this.
Yeah.
Bloodscale, when we were in the Minotaur maze, you got banished for a hot second. Where'd you go?
Absolutely nowhere.
Yep, harmless damage.
But I also wasn't trying to go.
That's fair.
Uzi, can I see your bow real quick?
Sure. Here you go.
I pull the blue back.
Oh,
Show you your fucking terms, you motherfucker.
I just gave you my bow.
No, not you, not you. He's not talking
He's
about
talking
you.
to
So, as
somebody
you-
that.
You know, like
I know he
Bloodscale like
is,
looks
but I
up
like
and off
making
to
him
the
feel bad
side when
every
he
now
says
and then.
this.
So Bloodscale, as you go to pull the to pull the blue, you see your fingernail just shoots from it, and you try to pull it, and you're unable to.
That's new.
I didn't want to keep it that bad.
Pissed at you.
I need a minute. Can I borrow your bow real quick, just for a minute?
Sure, don't break it.
I have a possibility of a trump card.
Can you imagine?
For his fucking terms.
It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Bloodscale's gonna just casually saunter around the cart, just out of eye shot real quick.
Do you want like a little bit of help?
No.
Okay.
Red is gonna be trouble.
Done this in a while. I'm gonna try to enter a corrupted rage because that one taps into Shanoth specifically.
As you try to enter this corrupted rage, you just hear
I didn't even notice you rolled before I could say luck.
Be patient.
So you roll before I could say luck.
Sorry,
Well, gotta be quicker than that.
It's too bad, isn't it?
Oh. I like this story better.
So, and being this invisible adversary in your brain, it's really hard to use luck against, because you have to be able, and so it's that's why the luck points right now are being kind of strange.
I'm just gonna punch this motherfucker in the face. And I walk back to Uza. I hand him his bow, but it's not quite nice.
That's not his fault.
I know, but I'm mad.
He takes it out on those he loves.
Quite a shame, actually. Alright. Okay, so let's go get lunch. Let's go see the boys, see how they're all doing, and then let's banish Uza to the ethereal plane.
No, air elemental.
Whatever.
It's not whatever.
Wait.
I'm not so sure about this plan anymore.
Good plan, right? It worked last time, and I didn't even mean for you to go there, so it'll probably happen again.
That's true.
DM.
Yeah.
Last a minute.
Does anything happen when they start discussing a different plane?
No.
DM, I have a question.
Punch your grandpa in the
Sorry.
face.
DM, can you hear me?
What's your question?
Well, I'm gonna have to punch a fake grandpa in the face, so I mean.
So, me as a player, I know that Aarakocra come from the air elemental plane. I'm not sure if that's the case with your world. Would Uza be worried about if he's banished for more than a minute? He might actually have to stay there.
So while it is something that he can worry about, because banishment is strange, he does know that it's not what happened last time, and then all Aarakocra do have these memories of a plane without land, where it was just constant wind, and there's this deep ancestral memory of this place beforehand, but then. And there's almost like a bridge between, there and then something, it's faded, it's hazy, and then landing in Kaif. So while there is you as Uza would recognize this ancestral memory lining up with the elemental plane. As far as the banishment goes, it didn't happen last time, but, Uza's a nervous boy, so I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to be writing a prayer, so I'm going to need a minute.
Okay, perfect. You guys said you're getting food?
Wait, and we want to find out what happened. The boys, where to find them.
The boys. Okay, perfect. So, you guys know if you the place to get food. You're already told to find Kururuk in the place to the southeast. Sorry, I'm trying to remember my own freaking map. Southeast, where it's the where supplies are tallied and given out and things like that.
Nice.
Okay.
Perfect. So you guys head to this, and it's it's one of the busier places where you see a lot of Aarakocra are flying in. A lot of them actually with clearly crops that have been collected, but it's very strange to actually. You know what? Zephyr, you're awake. Give me a nature check. I guess, do you still have any exhaustion?
I have one.
So still disadvantage, but that'll be it. You're almost there.
Can I guidance her?
Yes, absolutely. You see this strange look on her face, and you reach out and guidance. So roll your d4.
Okey-dokey. As soon as the cat gets off me.
Guidance poke.
Perfect. 11. That's all you need. It was a 10 DC. So basically, what you do is you're noticing that these are fully matured crops. They're bringing in wheat, they're bringing in corn, they're bringing in barley, they're bringing in all of these things that take longer than the few months that this civilization that sprung out of nowhere had the time to build. But they are beautiful looking crops, even like larger ears of corn, vibrant greens, and like they're looking very, very good as you kind of walk through and you see these flying above you.
Okay, so I lean into Uza. I'm like, they must have druids here because this stuff does not grow this fast ever. Not without a lot of help.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we saw the Agaz was a arcane user.
Yeah. I'm gonna go around and ask some of the other Aarakocra if they've noticed the attacks from those creatures coming in more frequently. So I'm gonna mingle.
Okay, so as you enter, you see there's this large desk that it's not very like cleanly made. It's basically made of like these large trees that have been they've been hewn, but they haven't been really finished. They've been flattened out, but like they're still like kind of splintery a little bit. Like, and then behind it, you see, I'm going to show you him. You see this. He looks almost like a toucan with this giant beak in front of him and his feathers tied up behind him in a ponytail and kind of poofing out in the back. And he's kind of talking and he's nodding to people and he's kind of pointing them in different directions and then kind of yelling off to other sides. He's like, yes, no, over here, that is over there, and we will do this. It is going to be over. No, of course. Oh, yeah. You know, we just got to, and he's just kind of jabbering on as all of these Aarakocra come in and go and are guided in different directions. And he sees you, he's like, hello, welcome there, new people here. Come on over. And he kind of like pulls you over.
He's so cute.
He's adorable.
Toucans have clicky beaks. That's all I can think of right now.
Oh man, you spoiled it. I was gonna. Yeah, that's one of his ticks. And so as you walk in, he's just like with his beep, and you hear these clicks, and he's like, "So yes, welcome. We are very excited that you are here. I'm Karuru, and I see." And I see that you, and he points to you as you have not been informed. We are trying to create a fashion here. Your previous measurements, what were they? So we can get you some wonderful coloring in here. I like the blue on your scarf. This will incorporate nicely.
Well, Uza, give him your measurements.
Yeah, Uza, don't you know your measurements?
I think he's still writing, so he's going to.
I'm sorry, I was what? As I look up from the paper,
you look up and you see this. There's this toucan-looking Aarakocra, and he's just like, your measurements. Let us see what they are, so we can get you your proper blue extended clothing. What were you before? And he kind of like he looks around and he's like, and he kind of like points it at this kind of like this little kind of like sparrow-looking Aarakocra who hops over and he's like with like a notepad. And he's like, we'll write this down now. What were you before when you were Aarakocra? Well, when you were pre-awakened, I should say.
What?
What were your measurements when you were... And he kind of looks side to side. Ekinku.
I'll take my scarf off and unfurl it into the little hooded tunic. That was about this big.
Okay, you know what? We've gotten this before, and then he mutters off a few things to the and he turns back, he clicks his beak, and he's like, all right, and then your current measurements now, and he's kind of like trying to judge, and he's like holding up a thumb. Just confirm for me, what are they?
I don't think he knows.
No need. And he comes around, and then he has this piece of rope, and he just swings around you, and he holds it, and he holds it out, and he
I'm gonna kind of move away from him because I don't want him to touch me because I'm in an illusion.
You're
sorry.
No, it's okay. Come here. Oh, I will not touch you. I just need to know how. He kind of holds the string up, and he's like, "You're sure?" And make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit! I could do those.
Yeah. Perfect. And so as he's like holding it, and then he like tries to whip it around your waist, but you're too quick and you like backflip over. He's like, you are quite nimble. That is great, very good. All right, so we will, of course, not be doing this for you then, but I will make the approximation so we can get you a proper stylization, as it were. Of course, it is something I have thought of, and we are building a society here. We should try to have some traditions, yes. So Karuruk, your humble servant here, will make you your awakened clothing. And what else would the rest of you like to participate here? Are you in need of something? You have come to the right place.
What the fuck is happening?
And Uza, I need you. So Uza, actually, you don't need to do anything with this. This is weird. You've never met an Aarakocra with a full-on accent before.
Why does your voice sound weird?
Well, hold on, Uza, Lord.
Oh, and he's like,
what?
And so at that point, he looks at you and you see he kind of smiles a little bit. He's like, so you have noticed we are building a society here, a wonderful place to be in. All of the races, they speak so strangely, but they speak uniquely. The dwarves are speaking down here and doing all this. The elves are also eloquent. I am saying we need our own thing, so I am trying to make this our accent. What do you think of this? Yeah, it is wonderful, yeah?
I kind of like it.
You like it, yes.
Hold on.
So
This is beyond the pale. What are you doing? This is like cartoons here. What are you doing? Sorry, this is like what is happening? You're really just making this up right now. Like you decided one day that you talk like that, and then now you're calling it.
Well, there is to be somebody who has started these things in all of these other places. I'm starting it here so that we will define ourselves with even just a speaking of a one world. I've been working very hard to make it very energetic and very inspirational. The way that our people should, the way we spread ourselves around, the way we joyously take into the air. So I've chosen, of course, these.
Well, don't you guys all speak differently based on, beak sizes and stuff anyway? So wouldn't it be unique to your specific...
One would think so, no?
But actually, I don't know how to be sensitive to this. Like,
I don't need
this. Is okay. This is okay. So what I've done here is I've chosen this particular accent is because our voices speak mainly from our vocal cords. We do not have lips at all. So really the length of the beak does not affect our enunciation. So we are using the tongues. We are using the top of the palate. We are not using the beaks. It does not affect us so. That is why we are excelling at mimicry.
Doesn't it? Like, alright, so to me, alright, I just want to point this out because it's gonna drive me crazy. Alright, so like, to me, you don't have an accent. Like most, to me, most Aarakocra have an accent, right?
I will admit it is not catching on.
You do have an accent, you know that, right? You're just not like, this is where you're from. I'm just throwing it out there. Alright, like you talk different from me, right? Because you don't actually have an accent. Like you do have an accent. It's from where you're from. You don't need to like make a new one. That's all I'm throwing out there. Do with it what you will. I don't know what to do with any of this.
He kind of looks down and shakes his head. He's like, I know we don't have a lot of accent here. I'm trying to create some sort of culture to us. It is something that would be identifiable immediately. It is something that we can embrace, and it is quite fun, and also helps us with our mimicry abilities to all dive in and have a little fun with it as well. And if we are known for it, it is our accent, and you will join me in this, yes? And he kind of like does like this for your name, Uza.
Oh, my name is it is Uza.
Uza, yes, this is wonderful.
I can't with this. No way.
Uza, I like your voice.
Absolutely.
I know. I'm just mostly doing it to mess with Visera a little bit.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah, Uza's not joining in on that one. We like him the way he is.
Well, that is okay. This is an experiment at the best, and I am having a wonderful time with it. Now, what can I do for you?
I personally dig it, but I awoke in Vernder, so I've been told I have an orcish accent at some times. So
actually, catch up a little of it. You almost every once in a while you have a vowel that sounds as the teeth, and you kind of like sticks his lower jaw, which is just like hooking over the bottom of his giant teeth.
Yeah, I'm actually super jazzed because I finally have someone to speak orc with.
Key.
That's very cool, yeah.
That is very cool. Now, you are here for a reason, yes? Or did you just want to visit Fabulous Me?
Lunch.
Lunch. Excellent. What do you wish to eat?
I see a lot of fruit.
Unfortunately, that is correct. Right now, it is hard to have livestock transported to this particular place in the world. So we have lots of different types of vegetables available at this time, various seeds as well, as we have roasted and found quite the affinity for all of these wonderful things.
Well, since you're all about creating traditions, why don't you give us a traditional dish?
Sounds good.
I have been waiting for someone to ask this for a while. I'm trying to be polite about it, but please. And he's gonna look around and he realizes there's no actual tables for you. So he's gonna disappear for a second, and you see like there's this kind of like awkward like little sparrow looking down. He's just like, he's one of the ones who has wings hidden under like a cloak, and he's just kind of waiting there for a second. He's like, he kind of looks down. He's like scribbling nervously, and then and then Karuru appears again, and he has this big rug, and he flips it out, and he kind of lays it down. He's like, "We will try it right here," and then he kind of like. He claps over at his like little servant friend, his assistant. The assistant just looks at him. He's like, "What do you want from me?" And he comes. He like brings him over, and then he starts writing down a few things. He's like, "Excellent. So I've thought about this long, and I've thought about it hard. So we will first start with it is a tea, but this is made from the thistle plant as it grows naturally up in these parts, being more to the higher elevations." And he brings out a thistle tea, and he starts brewing it, and then he just presents this meal where it's got like a bunch of there's roasted corn. There's actually this really nice rice that has been made from all of this wheat, and then there's a bunch of like gourd type things like pumpkins and squash and things that have been cut up, and then there's not a lot of spice to them because you get the idea that while they can grow their food and everything like that, getting things from the outside world is kind of hard. So it's a little bit of a bland meal, other than like the main flavor profile is that corn, which you see he's liberally sprinkled along most of everything, almost using the corn as a spice. And then he's super like smiling the whole time, refilling the tea before you can even ask him to. And the tea is thistle tea. It is wildly okay, like, and there's no sugar for it, there's no milk, like, but he seems super enthusiastic about it.
Have you guys started growing sugarcane yet?
Actually, sugarcane is one thing that is very hard to get a hold of here, and it is not taking to the chillier climate here. So we have tried a few seeds. They have not grown yet, but we are working on a way to get that to go.
Use a druid.
We do have a
Tried
few.
and true.
We do have a few who, they told me when I requested this that there is more important things to do, there is a lot of people to feed, and to shut up, they're in charge of this.
Well, I mean, maybe eventually they'll get a sweet tooth, but I wanted to ask you and your friend there, if you guys have noticed more trouble around the area lately with creatures.
Oh, you're talking about the battle in the night. Yes, every night. It is nonsense. It is horrible. But luckily we are protected by the flight. What?
Has it been growing worse in the past few months?
It has grown more consistent, as far as I am told. There's not a lot of talk about it. It is, unfortunately, those who would tell the story are always sleeping during the day, so I cannot bug them about it. But apparently they are writing down their stories, and that is more consistent every night.
Alright, so anybody else think that that's kind of consistent with Phobator?
I mean, it's not inconsistent, that's for sure.
We could definitely make an argument for that.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna give him a description of the things that we fought, the little demons, and then the what are they called? The lonely, and ask him if it's those that he's been dealing with.
As you start describing, he just gives you a big smile. He's like, I am not brave enough or built enough for the outside world. I'm supposed to be the man of culture here. I'm supposed to be creating an environment in which is unique to us, and we have our own ways here. And then he kind of like leans in. He's like, plus I'm a little bit of a coward.
So who would the warriors be that we should talk to?
That would be the flight led by Matrak. You can also, you mentioned druids. That would be Raka, usually found in the field. Somewhere always near one of the windmills around town.
Okay. Alright. Well, Uzo, seems like we got some directions. I'm leaving it to you.
Okay. I'm gonna forego this meal, Ty. Curious.
So
yeah,
as you're
I
not,
want to see how true it is.
as you're not eating, then Koruruk is like, there's something wrong. You're not enjoying this. Please, I've worked very hard. You will try it. I know. I do not have spices. I do not have salt. But if you try it, I promise you will like it. Please, try. Try.
Not that at all. I'm gonna take a bunch. I'm gonna scoop it into one of my pockets. I'm gonna take this for later. I just found out I don't need to eat.
None of us need to eat, but it is enjoyable. Please, good. Please.
Sure. I'm kind of experimenting. It's new and it's kind of freaking me out.
Have one bite for your good friend Koruruk.
For my good friend Koruruk.
Excellent.
Bite of the gourd with the corn sprinkled on it like salt.
And it's okay. It's
wildly mediocre.
Corn. Wildly, it is. It has definitely been roasted on a fire. And then he gives you this big smile.
Really
and he's very happy with that. All right, so
shit is good. I like roasted corn. I'm saving this for later.
Shit, yeah. And then off to the side, Uza, as you pull Mesnos aside, he kind of like, yes. What can I help with? You
have like
ill.
I look both pissed and tired.
Yes, you do.
And I always look weird after rage wears off.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have like just a pipe?
Regular or any kind of like nods a little bit.
King size.
I'm not doing anything huge.
Very well. And then he'll pack the pipe for you, and then kind of as he
I
holds
don't
it,
have to. I've got pounds of barred spice.
Oh, he would anyway, just out of curiosity. And then as he taps in the last little bit, his finger lights it on fire as he hands it to you.
Thank you, sir.
And then to make a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. I'm using lucky. Fuck life.
Okay.
Take that one.
Perfect. So it does actually hit a little bit. Like you just feel like an immediate like slowing down almost, and then just a little bit of the giggles.
That's good. That's all I wanted. Take the edge off.
Yep. Oh yeah, edge is all the way off, and things are now kind of fucking funny.
Hopefully they don't yell at me and call this illegal. I'd like to see these birds try.
I don't think any of them should try barred spice.
No, I said try to. No.
Issues with caffeine. I don't think they should try any.
No, I was saying they could try to stop me.
Oh.
I think they should try it.
We are not peddling our drugs and booze to them.
Who said to peddle anything? They can figure it out later. Look,
yeah,
they don't sleep or eat. There's gotta
fault.
be something that brings them some sort of like.
A burgeoning civilization brought to its knees with.
Yeah, the balance dictates they do it on their own terms in their own time. Let's not.
Y'all have very little faith in those who like in the Aarakocra in general. I'm sure they'd be fine.
I just look over at Uza. I'm like, you remember his first cup of coffee?
He's fine now.
He had people to help him.
It's true. I want to do like 8 laps around the city.
I don't want to be impolite to Usatul, but you seem
you guys know that this makes the food taste way better?
Absolutely.
And it tastes pretty fucking good.
Alright, let's get this on the road. Let's keep moving here. Uza, you ready to be banished?
Fuck it, why not?
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Tell
Wait,
us how it goes.
Hold on. I want to say my prayer first.
Don't hold on at all.
All right. So, what is your prayer
Did he
say?
say something?
We're gonna say you're saying your prayer as you're banished. What does your prayer say?
Akadi, Queen of the Air, bestower of flight, I come to you asking for your help yet again. I'm trying to fulfill your will, but I need direction and guidance. My friend Viser might be able to send me to you. I beg of your audience.
You popped out at that moment as you realize that you're just like you're in these winds surrounding, whipping around you. You hear in the distance some lightning as you're kind of looking around. You're like, you're in the plane of air. Make a perception check.
Okay. I should put I've got my goggles on.
Yep. 25. All right. So as you're kind of you're making a perception, you feel yourself you're being pushed in all directions, and then you see this one like small speck of dust fly up and kind of like, spin around, and you see it fly a certain direction. You kind of dive forward, and you feel yourself being pulled through these winds that are jerking you left, right, left, up, center, down, left, right again, right, left, right, up, down, left, right, and you're just being pulled through this maze of winds, and then you're kicked out on the other side. And as you kind of like topple head over heels, you see in front of you there is this moat of earth rising, and you see it is just hanging suspended in air with nothing around it. You see there's this shimmering city made almost completely of silver. You see there are jagged spires up into the air. It's almost if it has been made through a combination of architecture and also full-grown crystals and things like that. And as you're awing at it, you hear another crack of lightning, and as you're back standing in front of everybody.
Damn it! Didn't get to ask any of my questions!
Why didn't you ask any of your questions?
There was a lot of wind, and then there was a city of silver, and...
Alright, well, good luck this time, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, good luck!
Yeah! I'm readying myself for it, and then this time, as soon as I get there, I'm going to start yelling my questions just out into nothing, I guess, and hope for the best.
Alright, perfect. So, how does that sound?
First thing I'm gonna yell out, Dakani! Did Phobator curse us?
And go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Yep.
Actually, no, make a performance check.
Don't forget the guidance.
Shit.
Guidance! Oh.
Damn!
Yeah. Alright, perfect. And then so...
I don't know if D4 matters at this point.
Guidance doesn't matter at this point. You're good.
Okay.
So as you yell out into this place, you actually arrive almost in the exact same place as you left. As you kind of feel it, you start flying towards the city, and as you scream this out, you just hear, huh, little one. I'm so pleased that you've come. It was not Phobator, but a mistake. It should never have happened.
Okay. All right. Back on that in a bit. The war where our people and the human and the elves and the dwarves and we allied and formed the Great Eyrie after was that against Phobator?
Persuasion check.
Still have my guidance up.
Guidance.
Oh shit! Yes.
Do you want to use your guidance?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
24.
It was against Phobator. We thought him defeated. Now the purple comes to claim us once more.
Okay, and then last question. Where can I find the written word of your teachings? Shit. So
Alright, good job. Well done. What'd you get?
okay. Ooh, that place is nuts. It's kind of cool, though. Terrifying, for sure.
Yeah, right?
Hey, Ty, real quick. Do I feel crazy? Do I feel like I'm losing my mentality?
I'll let you know. Don't worry about it for now.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so the war that Keurig was talking about, where we allied with elves and dwarves, that was against Phobator. Everybody thought they kicked their ass, but he's back again. So we should be able to rally the Aarakocra based on that. And then Phobator didn't curse the Aarakocra. She said it was a mistake, and I don't know what that means, but it's terrifying. And I didn't get the chance to ask her about where the written word was, or if she was protecting us. But I think the protection might have gone too far, and maybe that's what caused the curse. I don't know. I'm winded.
Did you ask her if she was protecting you guys from sleeping?
I didn't get the chance. I mean, if you got another one of those in you, I can try again.
What? Ready? Alright. Any other questions before I send him? Is there any other question?
I got one.
Yes.
Is your bow doing anything cool right now?
Is my bow doing anything cool right now?
Ulhar might be hyped to have been
There is a spinning spiral of electricity that just keeps running up and down the bow.
Maybe you should shoot that while you're there. Like, not at your god, obviously, but
I don't even think I saw her. Did I see her? I don't even know what she looks like.
Her.
just say, hey, I'm gonna shoot this in this direction real quick. Just get out of the way, and then pew.
Now say,
Okay.
hey, what's going on?
This is dumb. I like it.
Okay. One more time. Once more into the breach. I'm ready.
Dog's
Makes
down.
Yep,
Sending
and I guidance myself.
Got your guidance?
Yep.
Lysair, are you casting?
Sorry, I wave.
Perfect. And then so.
I want the wave to be like the somatic component. Just
Oh yeah, it totally is. Just a
every time. Every time.
And then so.
Friend or foe, just gotta
As
wave
you-
at him.
You find yourself back in the airplane with the plane, and you're flying closer and closer. And you do see, similar to the air elementals guarding the town outside, you see there are a few like that are standing guard, but they seem to notice you, but they don't seem concerned.
I'm not attacking anyone. Please don't freak out by this. And I'm gonna shoot my bow straight up.
Perfect. Then as you release this electricity out of the air, it hits this peak about 20 feet above, or no, about 30 feet above you. And as it spreads out, it forms this shape of a dragon flapping its wings above you. And you just hear, Akari, it is once again lovely to see you. I will assist. Is this your champion?
Oh shit!
And then you
What did I
hear-
just do?
And then there's a lightning strike, and she's like, you may assist if you wish. You are always welcome here. I have missed you, Akari.
Oh god, I only have so much time. Okay. The shit. I forgot the questions. Where can I find the written word of your teachings?
The written word is all but gone, unfortunately. You may write some. Hopefully, your friend here can help you with the stories.
Fucking sweet. Also, are you the one protecting the Arakoka by preventing them sleeping? Is this to prevent Phobator from getting in our heads? God damn it!
Alright, so that time you got it all sorted out. There's no reason for anything.
100%. Yep.
What's with this face?
No, I got it all. 100%.
Alright,
Yep.
alright.
No-
So she's
no
protecting you?
proposal.
Is that right?
She is always protecting us. With her
Right.
guidance.
But is she making you not sleep? You know, come on, man.
I don't know, man. Like, the timing's all fucked up there. I swear to God, like, I get like 6 or 12 seconds worth of time there. I don't know. Maybe it's different.
How is
It's
Ulhar?
weird. He knows fucking Akari and is just always welcome there. And she kind of giggled when he showed up. The fuck's up with that? And I'm gonna look at my bow and be like, "Do you have a
Hold on.
fucking hard on for my god? What the fuck is going on?"
No! Hold on. That means
Is the bow still
look.
blue though?
Oh yeah, it still has a little lightning.
Okay.
Look, that's a good thing. He can help you with all answering questions, because if he knows her, he probably knows a bunch of the stuff she did.
Yeah, she said that he can help me write. Oh my god, I have to write the new Bible.
Oh,
Oh lord.
Well, there you go. I'm helping. Look at this.
yeah, Prophet
Alright,
Uga.
wait,
Helping.
so that means you can talk to that guy in your sleep, and I don't have to keep banishing you to talk to Akadi until like we have at least the basics covered. Is that right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Alright.
Also, I don't know what components you use in banishment, but do I owe you any money to cover that? Because I feel
Yeah, it's $50 to pop. You know, no reason.
I'll hand him.
Who's Do
fuck
I
is
look
that?
like I need $50? I just
I mean,
I just
don't know.
open my arms like with my ridiculous over-the-top clothing. Like that's fine, don't worry.
You get a new suit like every 2 weeks. I'm more than happy
That's
to
true.
pitch
That's
in.
true. That's fair. That's fair. Well, yeah, I'll let you know when I go clothes shopping if it costs you anything.
I'm gonna sneak 15 platinum into his pocket.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
I finally get to do this fucking check.
Fucking for real.
Oh, what do I do against it?
Perception check.
I don't
Can
even
you
know.
even roll a 29?
No. Perceptive as if.
Yep. So easy enough. You just slide the 15 platinum in.
Cool. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Taking it off right now.
Perfect. Go ahead and mark it off. And then, Visera, go ahead and mark 15 platinum or 150 gold, whichever was easiest for you, just so we don't lose track of it.
You said 15?
You 15 platinum or 150 gold.
Right. Cool. Got it.
Perfect. All right. And what would you guys like to do from there?
God, I'm just gonna let you know, Visera's never gonna notice. He doesn't know how much money he has.
Let's go see the boys!
He just has a sack full of gold that he throws until it's lighter, and he's like, nah, I don't know, that's a bit light.
So do you want to go talk to the warriors? And
I
could talk to the druids, or
I
we
want
could
to see
do
the
it all.
boys!
He wants to go see the boys.
The boys!
Yeah, the
Oh
boys.
yes, the boys.
We actually don't know if they were all boys or not, do we?
No, that's true. If they're not the boys, well, you know, we'll let them know. We'll change the nickname.
The squad!
The squad. At 8. Well, let's, oh lord, do you want to ask this guy if he knows where they are?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, you.
And as you look back, you see the Kururuk, his mouth is just completely open as he's staring back and forth at all of you doing something. Everything around you, this bustling little shop is just, or this bustling big giant building has just stopped as everybody's just kind of staring at you guys.
Oh yeah, we did that in public, didn't we?
Hey!
Can we
Don't
help
look at
you?
it like that. We're the reason that you can fly and talk.
Honestly, though,
and
you'll all be informed about this soon. Uza has been chosen as your prophet, and he was conferring with a god. It may not be your god. That's up to you at a later date. Thank you for coming to the first annual showing of the Akati Church. Further meetings will be scheduled at a later date. Tell your
Joining our
friends.
TED Talk!
Thank you. Tell your friends. Akati, god of the wind. Who knew, right? Anyway, more to come later. Thank you.
Give me a
And I start playing
performance
violin
check.
music as we walk off.
Give me a
With my
performance check with
fingers.
advantage because of your violins.
It's amazing.
So sorry. Do a what?
Performance check
Performance.
at advantage.
Fucking Beverly Hills Cop our way out of there.
Fucking hell. And then, so as you're playing, you hear you hear from behind you. You heard the man. Everybody, go back to work. Back to work. We have lots to do here. We have lots to do every day. Come on. And then everybody just the flag takes up, and you guys kind of just bite your way out of it. And you made it outside with nobody stopping you. Everybody's kind of they stare at you as you walk by, but you make your way out.
Alright, Uza. That should help, right?
Yeah, I was not ready for that amount of attention.
Well, get used to that. Apparently you're a priest now, so get used to saying things off the cuff like that. That seemingly makes sense.
More like a prophet. That's a big deal.
I heard the dragon asked if I was Akati's champion.
Oh, are you a champion? That'd be nice.
I don't know. I don't remember what he
That's pretty
said.
cool.
Well, if you want, tomorrow you can ask it again. I don't mind.
Oh shit. Yeah. Ty, can you remind me? Because she kind of shirked the question, right?
It sounded like she was going to reply, but then you were popped back.
Oh.
You know what? I can't live in suspense. And then, and then I banish him immediately.
Right.
I love this. This is the greatest thing ever.
So good. All right.
So where are we heading? Oh my god!
And then around you, like as you see these elemental guards, they kind of, and then they relaxed.
Sorry, just here to ask two more questions. The dragon, and I'm gonna shoot the bow again. He said I might be your champion. I didn't get an answer.
Yes, you have been chosen.
And oh fuck, I forgot. Thank you.
Oh
course.
my god.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
Sleep!
Yeah, I need to. Is my brother doing okay here?
Your brother is fighting on the front lines alongside of all of the rest that have come so far.
Against Phobitor?
Yeah, that's fine. In this plane or the prime material?
This plane.
Oh shit, that's actually crucial information. Lord Tops! How do you know this dragon? Does the dragon know you? Ah, crap.
All right.
The
What juicy
timing of it
nuggets did you
exactly a
get
minute
from
is fun as fuck as a DM. You have 1 minute. Go. Don't panic.
Yes,
I will be real quick. I will be right back. Somebody pimp DM Emporium. I'll be right back.
Hello and welcome again to another Hitchhiker of the Mind stream. I know what you're thinking to yourself. Man, why don't I have more dice? I always wanted a dice tower. Wow, that would be cool. Oh man, what if I went to my D&D game with a fucking Stein, bro? That would be sick. Well, congratulations, we all know what the right place to go. That's DM Emporium. That's right, DMEmporium.com. They got your D&D needs. That's right, Dungeons and Dragons, ladies and gentlemen. Just stop right in any old time, and hey, you know what? Paying full price for things? Fuck that. No way, dude. No way. You want 10% off? You use that code. Use them codes for them featured streamers. Who's that? That's Mockery of Life. Oh, hey, that's me. Mock10, MOCK10. Fucking gets 10% off. Look at that. Or you can do Can Has 10 and follow Molly Can Has, because she does like horror streams and stuff, and she's like pretty great. But yeah, you know what? You need D&D stuff. They have D&D stuff. You don't have to support a giant mega corporation. You can help indie creators out. Why not, man? Fucking why not?
Why not?
Why not? Fucking why not?
Exactly
Why not?
how my inner voice sounds like when I'm thinking about buying dice.
Be like Zach, who just ordered 20 sets of dice and 4 dice towers.
10 out of 10.
Absolutely.
7 out of 7.
I roll 2 sets with my feet.
Look, eventually those dice or that dice tower, they're going to be unlucky, and you're going to need a lucky one. So keep an eye out, weather eye on the horizon, something to look forward to when those dice start to, you know, lose their shine.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Dice jail are also available.
What's that?
Dice jail. Don't forget the dice jails.
Yeah, I
I
gotta
was
have a
gonna ask
dice
about
jail.
dice
You gotta put them dice where they
I'm
ain't
back.
rolling well.
Yeah.
You got to rehab.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
Rehab your dice. Yes.
No, you got
Rehabilitation is better than
Shame
jail.
them.
I don't know.
Shame.
All right.
I mean, you
I'm
rehabilitate them while in jail.
Exactly.
See,
have
me,
to have
I like to
balance.
make a dice super team, right? Like, I got all of my dice sets, and then I gotta make the Avengers out of them. You know,
Who told
the,
you
the
my-
20 from this one, the 10, you know what I'm saying? No?
I do that actually, so it's not a joke.
A cohesive
All right.
theme.
Ulhar is the one that's in my bow, right? Ulhar?
That's correct. Ulhar.
Okay. Ulhar. Okay.
Perfect.
So, good news, everyone. I'm a champion of a god.
Oh, well done.
Don't know what that means.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Basically, you spread knowledge. You do what you've been doing.
Cool. Nothing changes.
And
That's
somebody
nice.
talks smack, you beat the crap out of them in the name of a company.
And you have a new
I like
name.
that. I have a new name? Oh,
Champion
God.
of Akati.
Who's a champion of a
I like
and
that.
profit? Don't forget
Oh.
profit.
God, I've been walking around as someone that's not me, and I'm a champion of a god, and I'm trying to recruit these as...
I mean,
Probably
you
shouldn't-
may eventually see this as a blessing if the whole thing gets a little, you know, old.
So, you think I should stay disguised? Like this,
I mean,
this
that's
is the
up to you.
persona
I'm
that-
just saying that there's pluses and there's negatives. You do what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not being hunted for murder. I'm missing. Hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you could admit the truth to everybody and say that you've just been be sneaky.
That you were nervous, that you didn't know what
Yeah.
was waiting for you.
Or you could deal with that tomorrow.
Yeah,
I say-
You got stuff to do today.
I'd
Yes.
say reveal yourself when you do your first sermon or whatever. It'll be a big smash. People will be like, "Whoa!" Give them something to talk about. You know.
Yeah.
Ah.
yeah,
The
like
dead have risen. Listen
Yes.
to me, for I spread the word of God.
Don't make stuff up. Just tell them the truth.
Yeah.
That's fair.
that's like your whole job now, Uza.
Oh, God. Okay, that's fair.
Can we see the crow?
What's going on there?
Can we see the
Trying to show
crow?
you dice.
The
crow?
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, God, I can't remember their
Squad.
names.
The squad.
What's the squad?
Michelangelo.
Oh, the squad, yeah.
Michelangelo, Raphael.
No.
Donatello. I set you up for it.
was-
You guys did not make that joke in the end.
No, it was Michelangelo, Scrappy Doo, God, what were the other two?
Shanoff, Junior
Shan-
Door,
Shanoff
and
Jr..
Lee.
Lee, that's right.
Lee's the one that's gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, with the visions of the city of Silver in the air elemental plane, right?
That is correct.
Well, let's go visit him.
Alright, I'm Dune. Dune?
Hi, Sarah.
So-
I got a dumb question.
I probably have a dumb answer.
Do you have another banish up your sleeve?
I could. Do you need it?
They're $50 a pop.
$50 a pop. It's a going rate.
$50
Lee
a
thinks he's seeing the air elemental plane, right?
That's what we believe. I mean, yeah, you're right. We're not 100%, but it does sound like what's going
Why
on.
don't we show him?
Show him. What do you mean?
Show who?
Every time we banish usually he goes to the air elemental plane, right?
That's true, yeah. Oh, so was there anything going on there that we needed to know about?
So fucking much. There was a lot of wind. There was a god. There was a dragon. There was a
Got it.
champion of a god. There was
I
a
knew you were
city
there.
made of silver on a moat of
Hold on.
earth
Uh-huh.
that was guarded by air elementals clad in armor with weapons. They got a little freaked out when I popped in, but then immediately chilled.
Why
Also,
did they have
there's-
weapons? Wait, hold on. Why did they have weapons?
Oh, that's right, because there's a war going on
No, why he's showing up a dice.
on the
That's so
air
cool.
elemental plane against Phobator. That's where the front lines are, and my brother is fighting there. So I might
So-
lose him again.
wait.
and I'm a little worried.
You said
Mhm.
City
Oh.
of Silver, much like Lee says he's seeing?
Yes, the city that leads.
Why don't we just show him it's
Stop,
real
and then
so
we'll-
he stops thinking
crazy.
he's fucking crazy?
That sounds good. I'd like to save Lee. Let's go do that.
Does he think he's crazy, or did he actually go crazy?
Well, everyone else.
I mean,
seems to
I
think
could
he's
start
crazy.
telling everybody around me that I've got multiple dragons in my head, and they're gonna look at me like I'm fucking crazy, but you guys have seen him, so I mean, shit.
Got it. Well,
That's
let's go
fair.
talk to him at least. I mean, he's in the squad. Let's go see. Let's go see. Shall we?
Squad goals!
Squad goals.
Excellent. So, where are you going?
Well, we were gonna ask the somebody where we could find them, right? The library had all
Yeah.
of
I'm gonna jog back into that big building, and I'm gonna talk to Kururu.
Kururuk.
Kururu.
Kururuk.
And I'm gonna ask him if he can find them. Jesus
Such a dumbass. Sorry. I got surprised by my own stupidity. It happens every once in a while. And he's like, oh, you'll want to go to the hospital, the infirmary. It is going to be, it's close to the library. It is one door to the south, but you will see it is not as tall or as big as the other spiders, but still 3 stories, so not unimpressive. The bottom doors have just recently been opened, so you may have to knock very loudly in order to get their attention.
Thank you.
Of course.
And then I run out, and I'm like, okay, I know where it is. Let's go. Hospital.
As you guys make your way through the streets,
Hospital!
you guys make your way through the streets. You see there
Sorry, I'm
are.
high.
That's okay. He is.
Oh, right. Yeah,
That was
no
in
problem.
character.
Oh,
In character.
hold on. You know what? Good idea.
Constitution saving throw.
I sneak my pipe and a little bit of Bard Spice.
Shit, Mesnos.
Surreptitiously.
Mesnos would not be able to resist. He's gonna do it as well.
I nudge Mesnos in the.
Mesnos is on my shoulders right now. What are you talking about?
Wait, what?
He's
I can carry him still.
He's
Even
full-
as a tiefling, I can
holy
carry him.
shit,
It's not
and
a problem.
he would be fucking into that because
Alright,
that reminds him of the good old
Let's
times.
go. You know what? I'm gonna hold off. Let's see how the squad's doing first.
Yeah,
You
fair
catch a whiff of Bard Spice as you
Alright,
say
Who
this,
do we
and
head
you
to
get this
first?
big
Are they all
smile
together? Are
from
they all in the
Mes-
infirmary?
As you say this, you get the whiff of Bard
shit, my
Spice, and you
dice.
see this big. Oh, he can't hear me, can he? Let me
Who?
know when your headset's back. TJ just said his headset died while I was talking, so I assume he can't hear me. This means he's
Aw,
bringing it in
yeah.
real quick.
Sorry.
Has Mesnos been on your shoulders the entire time?
He has.
And I picked him up and I put him there.
Yeah, and we're not talking like, almost like just one shoulder, and like, cause he's like a very skinny tiefling, and so like he's kind of got like it's a little awkward, but Bloodscale's strong enough that he's just like pulling it off. While Mesnos is like, the only weird thing is occasionally Mesnos will have to like try to find his balance as he moves really quick, but he just kind of like grabs onto Bloodscale's head, and then he's just kind of got like one hand on his head now, and he's just trying to play it cool. As you see, he takes like this quick. And then Visair, you feel that you smell suddenly this little bit of Bard's mice, and you look up and get this like shit-eating grin from Mesnos as he's just kind of like puts it back in his cloak.
They're going to be so confused when you show up, and you're going to be so not in the right state to explain what happened. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's go. This will be great. Let's go see the boys. Are they all in the infirmary?
You don't think you're gonna talk
That's
to
what
them,
he
do you?
said.
All right, let's go see.
I ain't explaining shit, man.
Perfect. So, as you walk into the infirmary, this building, and all of these buildings have been
Not
big
you, blood
circular
scales,
buildings that
Mesnos.
cap in these big brass gold domes at the top. And as you walk in, you're immediately met by a green Aarakocra. I'll go and show you him to you now. Looks similar to like a parakeet. And he
Sammy!
what?
Fucking bird Yoda.
Sammy! That's my old bird, Sammy.
Oh.
He says damn it a lot.
I was like, Sammy, is he one of the three amigos?
Actually, I searched hard and long and hard to find a picture of a green one because I had a bird named Peridot who was green. So Raka is their name, and so as you
was awful.
to everybody else but me, I'm not gonna lie. But as you kind of walk in, you see this green Aarakocra, and there's it kind of turns over and it's like. Yes, come in. This is wonderful. How may I help you? Are you in need of aid? Are you, you look troubled. And he kind of like points over to Uza. Is there something I can do for you, my friend?
Me? No, I'm fine.
No.
I'm totally fine.
Excellent. And you, sir, are you okay? He points to Bloodscale.
Bloodscale is zoned out, so describe what you want, DM.
Okay, so as he points over, Bloodscale just kind of like looks like both ways and laughs a little bit to himself and just kind of like looks away. Fine, that's fine. And very well, is there no one here in need of healing? This is a place of healing.
No, we're looking for someone. We're looking for 5 someones.
As you
Sorry,
say,
I was nipping the cats.
oh, you're good. As you say, looking for 5 someones, he looks and he sees the staff in your hand, and you see he kind of like smiles a bit, and you see this kind of like kindness come over his eyes. He's like, "You are one who speaks to the earth as well."
Yes.
Excellent. Well, and what are these 5 that you are seeking?
Michelangelo, Scrappy,
Do.
Lee,
Shanoth Jr. door.
Shanoth Jr. Door.
I think it was only 4.
So, yeah, Ogoj was the 5th.
Who's back?
Fortunately,
Who's not?
these sound like old names.
Looking for a guy who's kind of crazy. He says he sees the silver castle in the sky.
They were all black.
You want Rititik?
Wow.
Oh my god! How do you do this without describing the color of their feathers?
Raven.
I think
No,
they're raven. Raven folk.
Raven-like.
How do you like to be called? Do you like to be called
Wenge?
like bird type folk, like you would be like a parakeet folk, or is it just like how do we go about this?
We've been just referring to ourselves as the Aarakocra. It is. We
Right.
have
If I was
all-
to describe you, though, if someone asked what you looked like, how would you like me to tell them what you look like?
Oh,
That's a better
I
question.
am. We've been using the birds. Like I am resembling of a parakeet. You could say green
Alright.
parakeet. Monk parakeet is apparently the closest to what I resemble.
All right. Oh, then we're looking for 3 raven Aarakocra, 4 raven Aarakocra.
Hmm.
Did you guys see them after the curse broke?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Shortly, they left. Oh no, wait, you're teleported out of there. You did not. Actually, never mind. You are correct. So he's like, you sounds like you are describing Ratitik. I will show you to him. And he kind of like bows. You notice he has like a touch of the accent. You can tell.
It's catching on.
It's
but
weird.
slowly.
It's catching on, but yeah, exactly. Super fucking slowly. And then so you're led to a room, and then he's like, he is excitable but not dangerous. He is.
That's what they
free
say
to
about me.
He is free to go at any time, but he is staying here because he wishes help.
Like,
we
worst
cannot-
case, I'm pretty sure I could restrain literally anyone in this building.
What about?
Oh, it is his safety I'm worried about, unfortunately.
Oh, don't worry. We'll make sure that he's fine.
What about?
Instead, restrain.
I'm gonna step forward.
Yes.
Something to remember. I understand where you're coming from. The safety of your patients is paramount. These are also the people that saved us.
He
They're
kinda
not
looks-
going to do us any harm, and I'm
These are
hoping.
the Dawnforged company.
Yeah, awesome. You know, I point at the patch on my. Yeah, that's us.
And
Isn't that
he does this
crazy?
big bow. And
Oh
he-
no,
as-
you don't have to.
And as he
sorry,
bows,
sorry,
his wings come out, and they like go
Come on,
almost all
man.
the way to the floor. And before he stands back up, and the wings retract back. He's like,
Any- So if anyone ever asks if you need to do that, you tell them no. You got that, right? Like no, please, for the love of
I
God,
did
no.
not mean any offense. I am just
No,
appreciating-
no offense taken, but like, let's not start
Modest.
awkward tradition.
Yeah,
Very well.
That's all.
you think is enough. That's.
Absolutely.
Then my
And then also
thanks you will have.
Full disclosure, we're gonna try and help out. I'm sorry. What was his awakened name?
Ratitik.
We're gonna help out Ratitik by hopefully showing him Akari and proving that he's seen
sorry,
before is not a mistake.
As you
but
say,
if we're-
Akari, his eyes narrow, and he's like, "This you can bring closure to his."
No, we're gonna
State?
try, right? So we found out when we banish people at Akokra, sometimes they go to the air elemental plane, which is also where Akadi is, which means you can talk to her there. But we're not sure if it's gonna work on him or not. But we did want to give him the option to try on him, just in case it does work, because then he would know that he's not crazy and could become a contributing member of society again.
And he kind of thinks.
Basically.
As he's thinking, he taps his staff with his claw, like almost absentmindedly. He's like, then he looks up. He's like, "If there is help that you can give him that we cannot, I would welcome it. Please."
Well,
And
we'll
at
try
that
our
point,
best.
he opens the door, and
Case
then,
we'll make Ulhar talk to him. That'll be funny.
inside. You see an Aarakocra crow-like laying down, looking upwards, and then just kind of like muttering to themselves and shaking their head. And,
I'm gonna. Well, no. Do I want
Does he have wings?
he does.
Oh,
have
he looks
wings.
awesome.
He does look
I'm
awesome.
just hesitantly
what's
going to
the-
say.
Sad.
Can you put his old name in there too, so we know which one
Yeah.
he is?
Yes.
So I'm hesitantly going to say Lee.
And with that, he like sits up and instantly snaps his head over, and he's like, "The Dawnforged company. I never thought I'd see you again, and I can speak now, and I can thank you so much for all that you have done." And
I give him a big hug.
as you hug him, he like is. It's really weird. Like you give him a big hug, and like he is like hugging just as fiercely back, not as strong, but you feel like this. You feel he is giving every ounce of strength into this hug as he hugs you back.
I'm not going to return that favor because I would crush him.
Hollow bird bones.
You're looking well.
The
at
instant
least.
you let him go,
look
he
alright.
hugs Vicer, squeezes
Oh,
Vicer,
hello.
and then
Gotta
he goes
eat
over and he
this
kind of like
weekend?
shakes Ulu's hand. "Thank you so much. I'm sure you'll have some help." And then he goes over into and he just gives a big smile to Uza, and he kind of nods. He's like, You are one of them," and he kind of like slaps the symbol on your shoulder. "That is so good," and he gives you a big hug, even though you don't know him. It's a little awkward. And then finally he turns over and he's like, "And you who gave me my first name, Zephyr, I think I cannot." And he just stumbles in and he just hugs you really fiercely.
I hug him back. Like I'm initiating it first, so I'm hugging him back.
And then as he lets you go, he turns over to Zedek and he's like, "And you are also one of the help." And he goes over and he goes to like shake your hand as well. "I do not see the symbol, but I assume you are one that will help. And you are all here. Why are you all here? Did you return? Did you know? How did you learn of the city? We were separated after the breaking of the curse. It is so wonderful to see you. Shh! I'm talking to my friends. I'm so sorry. You just forgive.
Hey,
they don't know. They don't know the dissonance and the resonance.
Hey,
and...
Lee. Hey.
Yes.
I don't worry. I get that. I got buddies up here. I get it.
Oh, I'm not. I thought it's
one of them's being a real dick right now.
No,
I understand.
They are not. They're not in my head. They are part of the air around us. They are part of everything that surrounds me. Only I can hear them where others cannot. I don't know how to explain it. Please
do you want to see something cool?
Run. I do. I really do. What do you have to share?
See this bracer on my arm? This bone one?
Yes, it is quite lovely.
This is the ancient dragon of the Octarine.
Oh, what is Octarine?
It's a color that doesn't exist anymore.
That is sad.
I have other dragons of colors that do exist. And when I say they're in here, they're like not actually like in here. This is just where I hear them from.
You have I've been thinking of it as an anchor to some other thing in your head as well.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Shh, I need you to be quiet, please.
Lee. Alright, yes. Lee, can you tell us, give us some ground here for what you're dealing with? Who is talking to you and why? And then we may or may not be able to. I mean, just tell us what's going on.
No, so I do not know how to. I will start from the beginning. Shortly after we were separated, Ogoj felt a calling, and we all felt it as well, to bring us to this place. He said he saw lightning striking this place, and he said it was a sign to head this way. And so we, unfortunately not being very skilled at flying, learned on our way through these treacherous hills and things like that. But we were able to make it complete here, and on our journey, we first went back to the academy that you first came from. Hearing you described it as the master and everything, there was a wonderful dragonborn. He was blue and quite lovely, named Arceus, and he gave those of us who wished to stay the opportunity to train and become adventurers. And Shanath Jr. Said he owed more to the world and would become a redeemer. I did not feel the same call to action as he did, so he stayed behind. Both he and Michelangelo stayed behind, while the rest of us made our trek across the skies and lands to here. As we were staying, though, at the master's house, I felt I started having dreams of a place made entirely of air and wind and thunder and rain and lightning and everything all at the same time. This soup and chaotic place that would overwhelm me as I slept. And during these sleep, I would find myself pushed through the air in every direction, and eventually, over the course of nights, I felt myself finding a way through a maze that was not a maze. These winds that, had they not served me, would have turned me around and prevented me from going where I was destined to be. Akar, it is a city in the sky, and I promise you it is real, and this place, it is beyond the labyrinth winds. And there it is, these shining spires that look as though crystal has been broken reaching into the sky, but also broken but shaped into beautiful shimmering spires. And there they are, the lords, the dukes of Akar, the wind dukes, each assigned by, and he kind of looks around, assigned by the god Akkadi to watch over this place, each a district of their own. It is where we were born as a species. It is where the Aarakocra once and once again will belong if I can know that it is true.
You said that much more beautifully than Uza did. He saw the same thing.
That's
Now,
not
are
fair.
you the warrior, or are you the prophet?
Champion.
Champion, right? Champion, not prophet. You're a champion, aren't you?
I don't understand. Uza,
Sorry,
Maybe Lee here's actually a prophet.
That's
Uza, you
Well,
have
that's what I
seen
was
there-
thinking.
you have seen
The
Akka
room-
as well. You've seen the city in the clouds on the motive elemental.
Alright.
I'm gonna.
Lee,
is there room
Lee.
on his bed
Yes.
to sit down?
Yes, yeah. There's plenty of room. He's standing at this point. His kind of
darn.
jacket. He has a long jacket similar to Viser's when you first met Viser, but it's made just of kind of like a dark leather.
I'm
gonna-
having
I'm gonna-
friggin' rush hour flashbacks with everyone going, Lee! Lee! Lee!
It's not my fault. He was named after the crow by
Oh, I know.
Jess.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna sit down.
So good.
And I'm gonna invite him to sit next to me.
He's just gonna like warily sit down, and you see like he kind of shakes his head for a second. Then he appears to like focus very, very hard, and then he opens his piercing blue eyes, and he's just kind
I
of.
have a question.
concentrated
Is the
on you.
bed big enough that I can also sit down on the other side of Lee?
It's an Aarakocra bed. It's not very long.
Alright,
If
well,
you sit on the
It's
floor,
overweight.
it's pretty short though. So if even you sitting on the floor would probably be eye level with these small Aarakocra.
well, then I'm going to sit on the floor and I'm just going to wrap one arm around Lee, just comforting.
Perfect. Okay.
Um,
And he kind of
So,
like leans in a little
first-
bit when you do.
first question for you.
Yes.
Do you prefer Lee or Ratitik?
Honestly, I love Lee for the connotation, and but I've taken to Ratitik because that's just what I've been called lately. It's either are my name. Both are equally valid, so I have no preference.
Yeah, I collect names too. I've got like 8.
You have what are
gotta
your
work
names?
Yeah, yeah.
I got a new one today.
What is it?
Oh shit! Somebody changed it in the thing. I'm gonna read it
sorry.
off now here.
Hold on, I changed it to the wrong thing. That was my fault.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
he recently acquired the name Tim, right? Had to find a guy in an alley for it.
But only some call me that.
There you go.
Some who call him.
My full name is Uza Belinar. I don't think I ever got the dwarven name.
You did.
Okay. Zimrin Zunder Skrael, champion of Akadi.
And as you say, champion of Akadi, he gets like this long, like he looks almost as if he's going to burst into tears at like any second. He's like,
Okay. So
"It's not just my own mind. It's not just
No.
you have seen, you have heard, you know the lightning that calls to us." And like he's
is
like
he
he's
wearing
like-
is he wearing that necklace in the photo?
Yes, yeah, he's wearing, and you see like the crystal is it's actually a clear crystal, and inside of it you see there's like this small spark of energy, but you notice it's not there all the time. There's just this occasional like,
I'm gonna touch it and I'm gonna cast light on it.
and as you do, he's like, you are the champion of Makati. You tell me everything. Tell me what you know of her. What does she have to say to us? What can
Okay,
we learn?
Is this
Before,
oh,
and
Jesus
I
Christ,
just,
is this what I was like?
throw this out real quick. Just because I feel like, Lee, I care about you, and I just, okay, so we have a chance. We have the thing that triggers this so far has been me casting banishment on Uza. So this is a chance that you could go ask the god these questions yourself
Now,
before
please,
hearing them
please.
from Uza.
Wait,
No offense, Uza.
I have a
but-
question too before we do that.
Well, I just want to point out that there is a time limit, though. You only can go for 1 minute. So if you have questions, organize them, get them in your head first, because
Only
we'll have to wait like a day
Okay.
if you can't get everything you need.
No, a minute. I can.
No offense, Uza. I hope that's all. But if there are questions you want to know that you don't want to waste during your minute, make sure to ask them to Uza, because he's been there. He knows that.
Uza, tell me everything you know, so do not waste my time, my minute, my
Okay.
time with the god. What do you know?
So Viser banished me, and it was a plane. There was no ground. There was the wind
It's
that
just the
tossed
wind,
me.
the rushing air, the labyrinth wind,
Yeah.
and he. You can tell he is trying to hold himself back, and he is not meaning to talk over you, and he's listening to every word you say.
And then I'm gonna describe the City of Silver and the Air Elemental Guards and their armament.
And as you're describing him, he's actually adding details. So, like, as you describe the armaments, he's like, yes, they look as though ice on top of a windy pond has been pulled together and formed into these. And, like, he's adding stuff that you almost hadn't noticed. And he's like, yes, and the spires, each of which their lightning jumps between, but they share almost as if they are laughing with one another. There's a life to the city that it has of its own. He's adding all of these small details and stuff. And with the labyrinth winds, he's like, yes, and if you try to resist it or try to fly in a different direction, you meet like a solid wind that almost it hurts if you try to go the wrong direction. So you have to trust its following, and you can't imagine fighting it. And so he's going in and he's adding all of like a bunch of minor details to what you're describing, and he's just nodding enthusiastically as you speak to him.
So, if you want, we can send you there, and I can give you a little bit of guidance from Akati herself.
You are.
I have a question before we do that.
Go ahead.
Is that gem necklace? Is it cracked like it is in the picture?
No, it's carved and shaped. It's not a crack. That's lightning jumping around in it.
Okay, then I won't do the dumb thing I was gonna do.
Okay, and so.
Because I had a dumb thing I was gonna do.
Oh man! All right, we'll never know, I guess. And so, like, and so as you finish, he's like, "I can't. I don't know what if, but this means everything. Ooh, somebody has bad audio
Oh, well,
issues.
feedback.
Just accidentally pulled the cord out.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
No, you're good.
bummer.
And then so like you see like this tear kind of roll down, and he tries to like hold himself together as he kind of ducks his head and blocks his eyes, and you see he just takes a second, and you just hear these kind of like small sobs as he's just crying to himself, and then he kind of looks up. His eyes are now a little bit bloodshot, and he's like, "Please send me so I can know for myself that I know what I know is true, and that I know I am not broken."
You got it. I burned the sorcery points with one hand, and then I wave with the other.
I'm going to guidance him as he goes.
Perfect.
Find her.
You guidance Lee?
I'm guidancing Lee, and I'm just going to tell him, find her.
Perfect. And then there's a outside of the window.
Is that a reverse lightning bolt?
What? No, it's just forward.
Oh, it just cut out in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
cut out
Yeah,
at a
cut
weird
out in the
time.
middle.
I was like,
that's
that's a
freaking
cool
hilarious.
teleport sound effect idea.
Crap. No, I'm not
With lightning and stuff.
Now he's got to
over
do
in
it.
the air
now I
realm.
gotta do it, you know.
Anyway.
And so as you see, he disappears, and like there's this like little small ball of lightning that's left behind.
There's lightning that's just left behind. Oh, hey, that's what was ever in his head.
It's a ball. Yeah.
Oh, hey, look,
heard
it's
of ball
whatever was
lightning?
in his head. Like, it was literally in there. That's odd.
Can I touch it?
Don't touch it. That'd be a bad.
With the
idea.
bow.
No, I mean, we
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
touch it with the
capture
bow.
it. We
You
don't
gonna
want to
touch it with
capture
the
it.
bow?
Hold on. We don't want to. If we touch it, it could be absorbed or captured by one of us. We don't want that, right? Like, Lee's clearly very connected to this thing. There's no way we could take it away from him.
What if it helps him? What if this is the thing that's casting the doubt in his mind?
Foolhar can
Well,
control
he's
it because
about
he
to
knows
say-
Akati.
He's about to say hello to his god, so like, let's give him the benefit of that doubt, and then I can do this again whenever.
All right, well, if you can do it again,
That's
you can
fair.
do it again.
So
That's
like,
fair.
let's not jump to any conclusions. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Ty, real quick.
Yeah.
The lightning, does it look similar to that of the lightning? Because you said that there's a difference between Ulhar and the lightning from Akati,
Yes.
at least a little bit. Is
So-
this
This was
where does this kind of sit on there?
This would be so. Akati's lightning is more of this bright white. It is this very like burns into your retinas, leaves like a purple after trail. Where Ulhar's is more of like this kind of, it has a bluish tint to it, and it's such this deep kind of weird blue to it that it's almost like you wouldn't find this lightning in nature. It's definitely different from the bright white natural more occurring lightning of Akati, and this was definitely an Akati, and the ball that is left behind is this ball of just bright white ball lightning that is just sparkling and crackling in itself. And then shortly after, exactly 1 minute, there's this, and from the middle of the ball, you see Ortitik Lee kind of form back into himself, and he's like, "It is all true. We have to tell the others. We have to tell everyone. You know this, though, already."
So it went well? Oh.
You are to fight for her, and you fight with... You will find those who will fight for her. I'm to tell others. I am to preach. I am to...
He is the prophet.
I'm to...
Well, that helps that out.
I can speak for you. I can speak with you. We can do this together. And he kind of like grabs one of your hands in his and holds it. He's like, together we are the sides of a coin. We are the ones who can restore the Aarakocra people to the plane. And then he pauses and he leaves it hanging there. He's like, if they wish to. I don't... How do we make this? We cannot make the decision for them, can we? Can we?
But we have to give them the choice. No, we have to give them the choice.
Yes, the choice. We have to give them the choice. The choice to know where they once were anchored. I knew once I saw you all again it would be a happy day, but I had no idea it would be anything like this. And you see, as he kind of like stops for a second, he calls out and he's like, "Raka!" And you see Raka, the green Aarakocra, kind of pops his head in. Yes. What is it, Titik? I will go by Lee from now on. I think I am okay now. I can leave here. Good. If you are ever in need of our healing again, always feel free to return. And I said the whole time, you seem very healthy to me. Go with peace. And he kind of nods, and as Lee stands up, he's like, I will requisition a place for this. I wonder if they will give us a temple. What would the temple look like? What do you think it... And he kind of turns to you, Uza.
They actually kind of offered to make us a temple. I don't know. We'll have to ask Akati.
Well, we will
Tall?
ask then. Tall.
So that you guys can fly towards the clouds?
Tall and thin, and having a metal rod at the top in order to summon the lightning itself to it. A lightning rod in the city. Maybe that is why we have the metal domes over the top of us. Oh, that is very interesting. I will...
Maybe silvery, like a
Silver, like the spires in the city of Akar. This is all wonderful ideas. I will see. Metal is hard to come by, but...
Oh, no. It doesn't have to be real silver.
Hey, we know a bunch of dwarves that have a mine that just burst back open.
Oh, that's true. Hey, you know what? Actually, this could check it out, guys. If we manage to live through this whole thing, we could actually cut a portal in reality between these two cities, and there could be thriving trade, right?
We don't have to cut a portal. I can walk through trees.
Well, yeah, you can't walk like a whole what do you call it? Supply chain, right? Like this could be like a major economic development for them. That's what I'm saying. That with the dagger, we might be able to cut a hole right through so that they could have thriving trade. I don't know. Just an idle thought, really.
We'll need a door at the bottom.
Well, for a little bit of time, people can step through the plants. So, I mean, I would happily do this for them.
Well, teach their druids, right?
Yeah, I could teach them that.
I think Vicer is wanting a larger operation.
They would have to travel there first, so...
Well, I mean, they should just travel there to establish, like, a relationship. Like, they can visit each other's towns and things. And then I'm sure, like, they'll develop a natural... I mean, it's as obvious as anything, right? They need metal, they have metal. Should be pretty easy, right? Assuming the dwarves don't all, you know...
Well, that and we just want them to say the Dawnforged company sent them.
Yes. Yeah, well, we'll tell them to try it at least.
Or one of us.
Well, and
I
they
don't
can
know.
use Uza's maps that he just drew and gave to them. So.
And they can all hang out with Tuza.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be great.
Tuza?
Don't worry about it. It's a thing.
He's
You'll
like my
meet him
twin.
someday. It's a lot
He's like
easier
my-
if you just meet him, and then you'll be
True.
like, "Oh, okay, I get it." Right?
If you like me, you like him.
It's a copy.
That's fair to say. I
He
don't think
made
it's a
a
copy.
ball medal.
Oh my god.
Alright, leave a coddy be.
No, I said he's a copy. Made a
Oh.
medal.
He's an Akati
that's
copy.
Oh, he's an Uza copy.
He's
Oh,
an
There's a copy. Anyway, so
that
Lee,
reminds me.
so
I
Lee,
was given this, and he pulls out it looks like a piece of something. You can't tell if it's going to be like a staff or a rod, but it's clearly something cylindrical, and he hands it to Uza. He's like, there are apparently 6 more. This is one of 7. That is all
Oh
I know.
shit! Oh shit! Do I know
wait,
what this is?
I'm
Oh,
yes.
shit!
It's part of your background. You fuck.
sorry.
Oh,
What
shit.
just happened, Uza? Yeah, right? Is this bad? Is this you? Do you own these? Are these yours?
So crazy thing. When I first started going out, one of the reasons why we started sending people out so quickly was not only to reform our society, but to find a rod, a scepter, a staff. It's kind of non-specific, but it was scattered into pieces.
Alright.
And it's supposed to be this super powerful artifact that has some kind of connection with Aarakocra, maybe Akati in the aerial elemental plane, and it's super fucking cool. And I kind of thought it was just some bullshit. Where did you get this?
Akari gave it to me. It is the only piece that she possesses. She was trying to give it to you, but you kept disappearing too soon.
I'm not really good with utilizing my time properly.
We're working on it. The whole team really is.
Go and mark 1 piece of 7 shards. You thought I forgot, didn't you?
I fucking forgot.
So, how many more do you need? I'm just kidding.
6.
Look at that. Side quests.
All right.
Quests to do on the
let me see
side
here.
quests.
I gotta put this in
Quests to
now,
do on the
so I don't forget.
side
Inventory is full.
side
Your inventory is full.
Okay.
Christ. Okay.
Is there anything else we want to ask him about Akati or the war? How's the war?
The war goes poorly.
Oh shit.
Of course.
There are enough to hold a line, but the line cannot stand. While every Aarakocra lost in the war is another is more
Wait a
distance
minute.
given.
Are you all fallen from this realm? Do you see what I'm saying? Right? So
Yes.
yes, alright, okay, so you fell from... So, Phobator weakened her forces by sending you lot down here at Kenku. Is that vaguely in the vicinity of sounding like it might be correct?
I don't know. We were once of the airplane and then of this plane, but we were Aarakocra when this city was founded and when we first entered the material plane. So I do not think the curse and the forming of the city are...
Who is fighting then? Is it not Aarakocra?
Aarakocra are fighting now, yes. But
No,
we
I mean
were
at the
lost.
front lines of the war.
The Aarakocra are the ones fighting. She has
That's what
summoned
others
many
say.
to her with lightning and...
Alright, so, yeah, alright, so you're her warriors. There's definitely some sort of, banishment, right? There
She
has to be
said-
some kind of device that can get them to that plane, right? There has to be some way to get more Aarakocra there if they were always there, right? Am I crazy here?
I would think we could... The choice would have to be theirs, but it does seem something they
Well,
could do.
right, okay.
I think
Because
it happens when we die on this plane.
Well, let's trade. Hold on. I pointed
Whoa!
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. No, I would never. Never.
Well, because my brother died.
Oh, that's
99% sure, and now he's fighting on the front lines in the air elemental plane.
Against Phobator, though, right?
Against Phobator in the name of Akati.
Alright, so how do we fight Phobator if he's in the air elemental realm?
We only had some way to carve our way in there.
He is in every realm now.
Well, that's very bad.
He is attacking the plane of elemental plane of fire, of water, of air.
Oh, right, the purple.
Earth.
That's what Tazir was talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, fuck.
It's what all of us have been talking about.
That sounds like we need to go get that gem pretty quick.
Yeah, we need to hurry.
The wind scar. We need to do that though.
We
The
need to
purple's
rally
there as well.
Absolutely.
We need to rally as many as we can and get them under our cause. Do you think you could help us with this, Lee?
Yes.
We'll lend any legitimacy to your claims that we can. Maybe we can plan. Let's plan some sort of big event tomorrow. We'll hit a kickoff. You know, let the people know that it's happening. Or do our announcement. I don't know, right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I will talk to Goj. He will listen to me now. He wanted to believe, but I don't think he was able to. I will.
Well, send him to me tomorrow if he doubts. Maybe I'll try banishing him. Who knows how many people this could work on? Probably just you two, being Akadi's, you know.
Would you be so kind as to do this for me?
What? Do what? Banish your friend? Yeah, absolutely. Bring him to me tomorrow.
Perfect.
But
I
like,
will...
don't like. I mean, come on. I can't banish everyone. Okay.
No,
I just don't have the time or the
Goj,
magical ability, really. But
Goj has the ear of the council. It would be a.
Oh, perfect. All right.
boon
Good.
for
Great.
us.
Yeah. Bring him in.
Also, Lee.
Also, tell. Is there any mages that I could? Oh, fuck, Ty. Can I teach people anything? Can I teach them Banish? Can I teach their mages Banish? I don't know. I'm a sorcerer, so I assume I just like have magic powers now.
Yeah,
so I don't know
it's
if I
more
can
that
explain
you
it.
just know how it works. It'd be like trying to like. It's impossible for you to describe how you do it because the power is in your blood. So you could tell them all day long, and they would just be like, "I'm trying," but without like.
But the spell does
wizard
exist,
parts.
right?
Yes, the spell
like
does exist.
outside of. Okay, so alright, so I'm gonna tell their wizards then about the effects of banishment.
Okay, he's like the college. Yes.
So it's alright. No, bring them all, and we'll banish him in front of his peers so that they can, scientifically review it. It'll be great.
Yes.
We'll prove God exists.
Kind of fun when you can do that. Right? Like,
God is not dead.
He turns back
step
to you.
one.
He turns back to you.
Alive.
He turns back to you, Uza, and he's like, "Go speak with the warriors. Matrak is a great place to start. I will go talk to Goj.
Hey,
Where?
get the rest of the squad.
Get the squad together. We want to have dinner with everyone.
Oh, well, unfortunately, Shanath Jr. He dropped the door.
Oh, a couple aren't here.
He's actually now known as the Second Monastery and has been. He is hard to tattoo, but he has taken it upon himself to get tattooed the same way as Shanath. As far as the others go, well, Scrappy came with us, and he is somewhere in the city. I have not left this place for many months, so I will do my best to find him. And then,
What was the doctor's name again?
The doctor?
Yeah.
The doctor's name is Raka.
Raka probably
I just
knows.
realized-
Visitors. I hope they visited you.
They have
So
not
Raka might
visited
know.
me. They have. When I left them, I told them not to visit me, for there would be no point until I could speak to them without knowing.
I'm still gonna go ask Raka real quick.
What about Michelangelo?
Michelangelo did not come with us. He stayed in Menestros. He said a city of light would need. Well, he said it would need somebody as vibrant as he was, but I believe he just was not satisfied with anything less exciting than a giant city.
Betty's
Can't wait to see him again.
Are you kidding? He's Robin.
All right,
No,
well,
no, because he's raven colored. He's Nightwing.
Yosh.
It's like, who's on first?
So, Prophet Lee. This is
You'll
going to
need
sound
go ask the doctor about the
super
rest.
weird.
I'm sorry. What? Did you just call me?
Sorry, what?
The Prophet Lee is a prophet. Lee, which do you prefer, Prophet Lee or Lee the Prophet?
Just
That's a
Lee.
good question.
Just Lee. Already.
No. Look. It's gonna be really hard to get people to buy into this whole thing, you know. And if you're not like, you know, I mean, you're in, right? You believe in this, right? Yeah.
Yes.
You know it with your full heart.
Yes.
Then you're meant to be a prophet, man. You got to stick it to the back of your name so people know. You need to be the one that people go to answer questions and all that. So like, own it.
spread
You
it
got to
around
own it.
like a bad rumor.
Yeah,
Like,
don't be obnoxious about it. Don't let the title change who you are, but like make sure to use it because you have to spread the word now, dude. Good luck.
Very well. I will.
That'll make our job easier too.
don't worry, we'll help you out with that too. We'll spread the word.
Oh, absolutely. What
And
kind of
Lee,
fireworks?
something that's going to help. This is going to sound super awkward. This is not a pass. What are you doing tonight?
I do not have plans other than speaking to a Ghost Rohana.
Cool. We're going to sleep together.
Oh, right.
Sorry, that came out weird. This is why you're the prophet, and I'm just the champion. So,
Glad I left.
there is.
You see why I was like maybe like ask a Cody and not.
I'm not good with the word mouthing, the word beaking.
You wish
Does-
to dream together.
Yes, because I have a dragon in my bow that I borrowed from my buddy Bloodscale, who knows Akadi. They're like fucking super cool, which is a
Ulha
little
the Blue.
awkward. Oh shit, you know him.
No, I did
I
not.
said-
have-
Oh.
He did.
It cut
Oh.
out. What did you say?
Yeah,
He said
So-
it a minute ago.
Okay, cool.
that's right. So we're both gonna go to sleep next to each other, holding this bow where Uhar is, and then we should be able to dream with him. Akadi said he should be able to answer a lot of our questions and help us. Like, we gotta write a fucking Bible.
What is? We do need to write.
Is that what you're gonna call it? Is that what you're going with? That's the name?
Yes.
Do you
That's
want
the
to
name you're going with.
spoon or?
It's gonna be
and
the,
he
it's
just kind
gonna
of gives
be
you
the
this.
Book of Lee and the Book of Uzzah.
He's
Look,
like,
very
I mean,
short-
come on.
Look at
What
my
about
stare.
what about the fantastic magics or the
winds
truth
of change.
featuring a
Winds of
Cody.
Change. I like that one, Lee. The Winds of Change. That's
Winds
what we're
of-
calling it. Winds of
So-
Change.
Oh, zazz it up.
Do you want the
Absolutely.
spoon? And would you
Featuring
like
the
to be the
Dawnforged
big
company.
spoon
Put
or
that
the
in there
little
somewhere.
spoon?
Am I taller than him or shorter than him?
You are slightly shorter than he is.
Then I will be the little spoon.
And he's like,
You're gonna be the spoon. The bow's gonna be.
he kind of
Put your
laughs.
hand
And
out
he's
for the
like,
bow.
I did learn a little from Vicer.
Okay.
What?
I made a joke. The joke was that I was the big spoon that I was going to spoon Uza. Like,
It's super fun to make people uncomfortable, isn't it?
Well, I just don't know
I
what
don't
it has to do
enjoy
with me,
it.
so I was partially blamed for this, and I want to know why.
oh, because
I'm just kidding,
you
don't worry.
are- Oh,
Sorry. I'm
Alright.
sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you.
it is okay.
Yeah, okay.
I will go see Ogoj though and see if we can start construction immediately. As hard as it is to leave these wonderful people and faces that I've not seen in months, this seems very important. But I will meet you. Where will you be tonight?
Ah, right. Did we have rooms? We had rooms, right? Somewhere.
We did not. They offered me a house if I became a farmer.
Oh, alright. No, yeah. Well, is there like a field nearby, or like a
There's
I don't
fields surrounding the city. Yeah.
know. Is there anything inside the city where I could pitch the tent? That'd
So
be pretty.
You can pitch the
Obvious.
tent in the city, but it's also going to be between like these kind of dusty roads.
Dude, don't pitch the tent. in
There
public,
are there. You do know
Hard
that
times living in the city.
there are
Okay.
4 windmills that circle the city, from what you've seen, and so you can use those as landmarks as far as doing out in the field, as far as parking your tent out in the fields if you want.
I'm just worried about it getting attacked or anything.
Sure.
I don't know. Do we want to do the old, tent in the fortress thing?
I'm sure
One
there's
or the other
probably just an
good.
inn by the library.
Yeah, right. We haven't been doing an inn in a while. That's right. We should do that. That's yeah. Is there an inn around here? We're gonna stay at the inn.
There is temporary housing, as they try to find a
Okay.
place for all who enter that we haven't gotten any visitors who aren't Aarakocra, so but yes, there is temporary housing. It's going to be
are
to
they?
the east.
Well, if you guys want to house doors and stuff, you're gonna have to get an inn with ale.
What are the beds like? Do you know?
They're down. It gives you a smile.
They're down. I mean, like, are they Eric beds?
That's
or are they-
uncomfortable.
That's funny. I get that joke.
They are standard beds.
Sorry, I just got an image in my head of a bed made with human hair. It's like,
Exactly.
in a
That is
bag.
exactly what it's like.
To be fair, most of us are birds of prey.
Thought I wasn't watching Gary
If we
Horror
shedded
Show
something
today.
anything as comfortable as feathers, I'd do it. And he's like, no, they are many who first arrive that are not comfortable with perches or wings, and they sleep as the wingless. They are normal beds.
Awesome. Great. Alright, let's do that.
Perfect. I will see you
And then-
shortly.
Yeah,
Yes.
and make sure that college people, if anyone will listen to, we'll meet at the library and get as many scholars on this around it, so we can get the banishment thing. Right? Okay.
Agoj is in charge of the college. I will let him know. He will listen to me.
Oh, right. That's great. Look at that.
I thank you once more. And he goes around and gives everybody a hug and lingers extra long on Zephyr as he gives you a big hug. And he kind of like goes and he turns before he leaves. He gives one last look. He's like, "Thank you so much for finding me again." And then he runs out.
The rest of us are everyone but the tin, or the was it the Tin Man? I'll miss you most of all, and we're just like, all right, fuck
Well,
you.
fine, fuck you. It's exactly that. It's exact same situation.
He grew
I'm
up
just-
so cute.
I'm asking the doctor about where his friends are.
Um,
'Cause I'm sure one probably left a, hey, call for me if he gets better.
Oh, for sure. Also,
Okay.
you said you popped a note into the
Yep.
tube. What did it say?
I said it's a tie.
Oh, I want to know though.
It was just a general, hey, you safe? We found Lee.
Cool.
You safe?
You safe, fam? You good?
perfect.
Last we talked, you're traveling to Kern with the rest of the students because shit got fucky. You
Just
safe?
Just a bit funky. Yeah.
So as you approach Raka, he's like, and you ask him about. He's like, yes, there was one. He has taken up the mantle Kururu. No, that is the. He speaks way too much. He's stuck in my head. It is Skiriek. He
Lord.
is one. Listen, they're bird
You-
noises.
Do you know
I
what he-
know. It took me forever to realize it. That's when I started snorting because I'm like, bird noises.
do you remember what his pre-awakened name was by any chance?
He said his name when he first arrived was Scrappy Doo.
Alright.
Oh, right, old Scrappy. I wonder what he's doing.
Yeah, do you have any way of contacting him or know where he's currently at?
I believe he was set up with a farm, I believe, to the northwest. He asked me to send a messenger if
Is it-
Titik had ever left.
Is it a bird?
He's-
Are you gonna send him a bird with a note?
Well,
No,
I was
no,
going
we're gonna
to
fox
hire a
him.
messenger.
Ah, fair enough.
Uh,
Kinda.
Wait, how close is his farm to the warrior camp?
Well, it is not. It is a little farther outside of the edges of town, but you can definitely stop by the flight academy before you head out of town.
Would this take all day? Can I just run there?
No, it would take a few hours to get there. 1.5, maybe 2 if you are slow.
I could send Maverick.
No, I could
What
just
if,
run.
if you had the carriage, how quick would it be? Or on horseback?
Carriage. On horseback, it would take merely an hour to get to his, I guess
Great.
estate,
You guys
they
want
call
to go pay Scrappy a visit?
Yeah.
Well, we were also told to visit the warriors, right?
Yep.
Well, we should visit them so that we can.
Cool.
I'm not going to use the adage because we're in an Aarakocra town, and that seems rude.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Good call.
I'll explain it later.
Yeah, like we're doing Deadpool cable on that one because that just went right over my head.
Out of character. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Ah!
Amazing.
Even Bloodscale has a little tact. Come on.
Haha! We'll knock both of those tasks out immediately.
With one swoop.
We'll bat in a double.
Only
Against
some
the pitching machine. It's fine.
mediocre way to
You mean
say
the money
that.
printing machine?
Yeah, dude,
What'd you say, Mike?
Oh, I was just saying, if there was only some shorter way to convey this idea, completing 2 tasks in one motion that was both convenient and expedient.
All right, so
yeah. Something that
Two
was
in the hand
difficult
is
to
worth
do.
1 in the bush.
Gotta
Gotta wrap it.
So you guys start heading up that way. You go back to the carriage and you start heading out as
The other way around.
the horses take you, and you travel for a good 45 minutes before you come across. It's one of the last buildings in town, and this looks like one of the more new structures. It is built entirely of wood, and but you can tell it is tall. It has a lot of slits for arrows to fly out of, and it has like a full parapet, and it's really strange. It's like an octagon with like 7 different, like 8 different kind of upper what are they called? Come on. I don't want to say rooks, but rooks, fuck it.
Towers.
Towers that have that spike at the top and are made for firing arrows out of.
Parapet?
Yeah, parapets.
Parapets. Yeah.
Parapet, yes. thank you.
Embattlements.
Embattlements, yeah, that works too. And then
like-
walls between, so it's one of the newer buildings that you see on your way out of town.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to go?
Wait, this is Scrappy's or the Warriors?
This is the Warriors' place. You would hit that first, and it is kind of.
All right, let's do the business we gotta do here.
Alright.
As you approach it, you see there's actually it's very strange. There's a big there's actually been a moat that has been carved out, and there are drawbridges on 4 sides, but there's no water yet.
Oh! I can fix this.
Uh-oh.
Tidal wave.
Hold on.
Oh,
if he's not
Jesus.
working on that, maybe he's like halfway done and there's people digging down the way. Hold on. But we should do that later for sure, right? Like,
I'll ask him.
cool.
All right.
I'm so paranoid in this finally.
Suddenly,
I'm like, I will fuck
Suddenly,
this.
just a tidal wave hits this warrior encampment.
I have never fucked any one
They're
of
just
you.
hanging out. They're like, is it coming along? We're almost done, boss.
Amazing. All right, so
Just one more day of this ditch digging, and I can finally afford that apartment.
I can finally retire.
I'm 3 days away from retirement.
Never had an accident in my entire life. Guess I'm just lucky.
All right, so you guys
They actually pull out the board that says no accidents in 0 days. We didn't need this until now.
make your way across the drawbridges that have no water underneath them. And then, so as you enter the center of it, you see there is this blue jay looking fellow who is an Aarakocra, of course, and he's running through different fighting like combat phases. Come here, kid. And then, and so he's like going through punches and kicks through with this one group on one side, and then you see, so I'll show you that. And then on the other side, you see there is this armored Aarakocra who is wearing a lot more armor than you've ever seen any Aarakocra wear. He does have that gold eagle head, and you do recognize the Mitrak, this leader of the flight. And you see he's like kind of rubbing his eyes, and he has a cup of coffee in his hand, even though it's like 7:30 at night right now, and he's sipping from it as he's talking to kind of an aged kind of it's straight. It's this bald eagle, but like the feathers are clearly like he's very old. And he has actually a bald patch coming in over the top of his bald head, and you see him
quills.
him talking and kind of nodding as you guys see, and then the rest are Aarakocra of pretty much every aspect that you can think of, every bird you've ever seen in Aarakocra form, going through these motions of the punches and the kicks as the Blue Jay fellow leads them through it.
It's all in the rhythm.
True. I'm a track.
Without it.
As you look over at the Matrak, hearing his name, he kind of looks up and he's like, Uza. Or no, he wouldn't know you as Uza, sorry. Skrael. Welcome once again. Have you come to learn the ways of combat?
Did you just call me by my real name?
He did. You knew him before you left.
Yeah, but not in this form. I'm still disguised.
He's disguised.
Oh, I forgot. What are you disguised as? I forgot.
I'm in the disguise as the white Aarakocra in my portrait.
What did you use for a disguise?
The hat of disguise.
Hat of disguise. Okay, perfect. Never mind. He'd be like, you've heard of my teachings. Another one seeking the ways of combat. Yes, come closer so I can speak freely with you.
As he says this, you see Bloodscale clamber out of the cart.
High as fuck.
Just cracking his neck.
Don't.
And
It's been like an hour, but he's just more like big boy on campus. Like, would I hear about combat?
Oh God.
I see you've brought allies or friends to the fight. That is excellent, as the knight will try to claim us once more every night. This night will be no different. Do you wish to learn on the lines, or wish to fight and learn before we send you out?
We actually had questions about the fight.
The fight, excellent. What are your questions? I will answer them as best I can.
Have you been noticing an increase in creatures?
You're talking those twisted awfulness that the bright night brings to us to defeat?
The unnatural ones.
They have been more aggressive as lately. There have been more than usual lately. I will concede that. That is true. You've noticed it as well in your travels.
Yes, and we are pretty sure where they're coming from. We need help.
You know where they're coming from. I will help in any way I can, but if you know where they're coming from, let us go there and defeat them. Maybe we can fight them on their own ground instead of have them intrude upon ours.
It's in multiple fronts. They are on every plane, in every city, in every town, trying to enact their will.
It's a global fight.
We're fighting against a god.
Fun fact.
What is your fun fact?
So
That we're fighting
against a god. The god of nightmares.
That is not fun. That is not... Nightmares are a thing that happens inside the mind. That is not...
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure those monsters are pretty nightmarish when you look at them.
I cannot disagree that we fight against those twisted forms of...
Ask your druids. They're unnatural. They don't belong here.
That has been confirmed already by Rakar. We will...
And do you have any other ideas if ours is apparently so wrong?
No, it is not that it is wrong. It is unexpected. It is intriguing. It is something that I can... How do you fight against nightmare?
So we're working on it right now. If we came up with a solution, say like a couple of weeks from now, would you want to be in on that fight?
Yes, of course. What have you done against it so far? Have you found something particularly effective? It sounds like you have fought these things as well as I.
Oh, well, we've been fighting some of the bosses, and we've been some of those in charge.
Yes, it was effective against them.
And I don't know, rescuing your entire race.
No, no.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Sunlight.
Sorry, I'm
Sunlight's
coming
ineffective.
down and I'm just getting a little pissy.
He's not asking that. No, hold on.
I'm not mad. I'm just letting you know that I'm coming across very blunt here.
You
Okay,
may
he's-
want
he
to
kind of
send
gives you a
out
strange look,
scouts looking
Yes.
for like a very odd type of tree, something that will feel evil. If you can send a scout with a druid, they can sort of find where to go, right?
I have
So,
a
if you
picture of the
find
death
Wait,
Death
wait,
Seedling.
wait.
yes,
Who are all of
wait.
you?
we're the
Dawnforged
Dawnforged company. Haven't you heard of us?
Interesting, very interesting. All right, excellent. And then he kind of turns to the older one. He's like, "Have someone grab a druid, Rakar, if they can get them. I know their healing is of utmost importance, but this seems a little more important to find." You said the trees. Describe these trees to me so I can tell.
Alright,
My
so it's
scouts.
not the tree, right? If it's basically, we don't know what the process is, but a seed, a tree will grow out of someone's mouth.
I have a picture of the death seedling.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's called the death seedling. These
Let me
seem
see.
to be weak points for Phobator. Like he's trying to get through, or these are pieces that he's spread out. And we were able to save one person. We were able to save a boy by feeding him healing potions and using healing magics as it was dispelled from him. But
Phobator,
there
who's-
is like a point where it gets
boy.
too
Wait,
far.
hold on. Who's Phobator? What are you talking of?
God of Nightmares.
God of
Oh,
Nightmares,
yes.
okay,
Did we not
alright.
cover that? Sorry.
No, you said
didn't
God
say
of
his name.
Nightmares. You didn't say his name. All right, so there is a god of Phobator who's planting seeds of evil inside of creatures, people,
Human beings.
human
No.
being,
Not
specifically
human-
humans.
just not humans alone. Sorry, any beings. Just
Any beings,
I
okay.
guess.
Like
So we need to-
literally the two that we've seen so far, one is actually a dragon,
And the other was a giant.
storm
All
giant.
right, so at this point, if I say go and make a persuasion check at advantage because you're being helped by everybody.
Persuasion. Fuck.
He's like, so it is not
Use a luck
expensive.
point.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Can I get? Probably too late to guidance.
Yes.
Okay,
There we go.
24.
there it is.
That's my Sarah persuasion right there. That's what you pay for.
And so
That's
he,
what you get.
he kind of nods. He's like, if you are the Dawnforged company, then I will heed your warning, and it is nothing to send scouts. We have several already. How distant should I send them?
What's your max range? Like, here's the thing, right? These seedlings, they're actually pieces or portals for Phobator, right? And they have to be destroyed. I don't know how many there are. I don't know how many could come up, but like they seem to be a very weakness. And
How
what we've
mobile are
seen
they?
is
Do I need to-
elementals. Elementals especially are in tune with when they take root. Things get fucked up. People get mad. It's weird.
That
Right,
sounds
if you
interesting.
do
Now,
changes like
I had
that.
a quick
m-
question.
How mobile are they? Do I have to hunt these? Are they will they stay in one
No,
place?
no, they're completely still. Although they will cause a magical storm occasionally
The first one we found was actually in a bag, so it looks like it can be picked up and moved.
It can be picked up and moved. The Sylvans told me about it. The tree ants.
Sorry, I meant that they don't run. That's my bad.
Yeah, if they're already stationary, they're stationary. But
The
I have a,
druids should be able
So
to
they
find
need
it.
help in order to be moved.
but I have a question. Hold on, I
The
have a
next thing is
question.
how to absorb the magic, which I don't know how you solve that problem.
I have a
Yes,
question.
What is your question?
The main attacks that you guys have been getting, have they been coming from the direction of the storm giant city?
They've been coming from every side.
Was there any intensification on that side, though?
The last few nights there have been a few things coming from the south, which would be closer to the Storm Giant village.
Because we just destroyed one of these trees that way.
Yeah.
Maybe that will help with us. In
Use
that
your
direction.
druids. Use your
I-
druids.
I
Sense
will-
the
I will
naturalness
talk
in
to
the
Rakar and I will send scouts with him who will try to find these dark
Look,
things and destroy
this-
them.
Find them, but don't get too close yet.
The
Do not
thing
get
is,
too
you
close,
need
why not?
something to absorb the magic. There's huge fount of magic that comes out of these things. It also absorbs magic in a weird way. It's a very strange force, but it does a lot of damage. Like it will tear you up unless you have somebody who can absorb it or heal through it. So you need to know that. Sorry, I wanted to make sure you knew before you got any crazy ideas in your head.
Very well. I will see
Finding
what we
them.
know of. I will talk to the college and see what they know of magic siphoning to see if there's some way to decide that. For now, we will find scouts and mark them on the map and try to find exactly where to send these
Well, and
resources.
people can be saved. It's just like the first one we saved by healing potions and healing. The second one was too far gone.
The
Second
first
was-
one was also while absorbing magic. You got to do both.
Yeah, you
So
gotta-
if you absorb and heal at the same time, very well.
And a
Do you
lot.
heal the tree or do you heal the thing? in
No,
the
person.
the being.
The being.
person.
Excellent. Okay.
Also, you can tell by how honestly decomposed the body looks.
The body will die and the tree will live.
Yes.
Disgusting. Alright. He starts.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
The body's not too far gone. You actually might be able to save the victim. If the body's gone, just take it out.
And you see those with elements in their blood are most targeted.
So
That is
far.
concerning. That is very concerning. I will see to this immediately. I'd never caught your names. This is Dawnforged Company, which of course I have heard of. But are you all of them?
Give or take.
No, not the originals. Not all of us.
Give or take.
I'm new. Wait.
It is good to see one of us alongside of them.
Coker's new.
He
Half
kind of,
Orc's new.
He slaps you on the shoulder, Uza, as he says this, and then as he turns to, and then Ulu, he turns and he's not. He's like, I am also trying to. I will also be
What
joining
is
the
Eric?
crusade.
Zarek.
Yes.
Zarek's new.
Yes,
Yes.
and welcome to, well, I suppose what they'd call the good fight. Hopefully, I can help in some way. Thank you all for this input. I have lots of work to do. Is there anything else I need to know?
Are you brushed up on Akadi at all?
Don't know what you're talking about.
You'll get there.
Yeah. Don't worry. It sounds very doomsay and like, oh, we're fighting a fucking god of nightmares.
Oh,
Don't
what?
freak out too much. It's the god of nightmares, Phobator. We covered this, man. But don't worry, because we also have a god on our side.
We do.
And a bunch of dragons, but you know.
And some dragons.
And
And
Akadi.
some of the Fey
That's
realm
cool.
as well may come to help us, although that's not as well. We will directly get help from a wish we made in the Fey realm too, so we've got
We
that
are-
going.
kind of building an army.
That's too much. I'm gonna concentrate on what you've given me now, but I will think on you.
That's a
some-
good call.
God,
Probably sometime tomorrow we're all going to be in front of the library yelling a bunch of things that you'll probably want to
Well,
hear.
Oh yeah. We'll try and clarify and do an
Is
experiment.
there any of you that can stay awake tonight with me and fight?
I look over at Uza like, come on, man.
I'm still exhausted, so I have to sleep.
Okay. I definitely want to fight, and I gotta talk to Lee about maybe we sleep in the morning, right after the fight. Oh wait, no, we don't need to fucking sleep all night. We need to sleep for like an hour, right? In order to talk to
you don't-
Uhar.
You don't need to sleep.
Right, but in order to talk to Uhar,
Oh,
we
yeah,
could
you
just
gotta
like
sleep.
Dragon.
power nap.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna send Maverick back to Lee and tell him that we're gonna power nap because the Dawnforged is gonna join in the night fight.
Perfect. Okay. Excellent. Then I will see those of you who wish to fight when night falls. Meet here at dusk. There's much to do before then. And he downs the rest of his coffee and kind of nods to you all. A fight that never ends, but protects those around us. It's always worth fighting. And and that's where we'll go ahead and end.
Nice.
Fight the-
Holy fucking Lord
I never got a
dude.
reply from Alcaeus, did I?
Yes, it goes.
Not yet, no.
That's not good.
Stop.
Holy fucking Lord Dumb Ty.
Sorry.
This is
Yeah.
awesome.
I
I'm
knew
so
it was
fucking
a
jazzed.
big introduction session, but I hope you kind of, and I knew this was different from what you were expecting, but I had a lot of
Oh,
ideas as far as the air cooker that were here before you joined the game. Weirdly enough,
Dude, I'm
So,
loving all of this. This is
Good,
fucking
okay.
amazing.
Good.
The shard of the staff I cannot
Yes.
remember the name of it, and I want to make sure I got the name right in my inventory.
I'll send you. Just write the shard for now. I'll send you
Okay.
the updated lore dump and everything like that for that.
Cool.
Yeah. Everybody else. I know this was I know this was just a mainly talking episode again. Like I swear I had stuff planned, but then you guys kept talking to people. But like that's
Well,
that's
we at least have a army of people going looking for those the trees now. That's really good, actually. That's a
yeah. That was actually something I was not expecting you guys to do. So that's actually real good for y'all. In the
look,
in
the minute somebody goes, by the way, we have resources, I'm like, ooh, num 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 num.
Well, and your persuasion check was ridiculous because he was actually gonna be like a little bit more difficult for you to.
I
But
know.
then 24.
That's why I was like, fuck this, no.
Fucking hell.
Actually, Bloodscale was going to go full Intimidate, but they didn't agree, and he is a very angry, ragey boy right now.
Oh man, he is so mad.
even better about using that luck point now. Oh,
You know?
no.
I don't know. Them hearing
know.
a dragon's roar might actually kick him in the ass a little bit.
Oh, definitely, definitely. This is funny though. Oh man. All right, so we all right. That's a lot happened. My goodness.
Yeah. Sorry, like I know it was big lordom times.
No, dude, I was kicking it as fast as I could. Why do you think I banished Uza 5 times in one episode?
but- oh my god, you guys are getting difficult to keep up
Amazing.
with. I was not expecting any of that, and so
I love how
Let's
we've basically turned banishment and fucking blind luck into a bargain bin commune.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so true.
I have a general question that Zach will probably be able to answer.
Ooh.
I'm
If he's still
listening.
Do Gith have to sleep?
Yeah.
Meditate, right? 4 hours or something?
No, that's actually
Elves.
elves.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Gith
Eladrin,
have
yeah.
to sleep.
Okay. 'Cause I thought
Apparently, we don't know how to drink. Ah, okay, I'm good.
That's what happens when you
Slightly
breathe water,
drowning.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're amphibian, right? You should be fine.
I forgot to cast water breathing before I did that.
My accent is all over the place now. It's terrible. I gotta sit down
Oh,
and hammer
man.
this fucker out.
Just curious, what did you think of my super ridiculous guy who's trying to just create culture? Like, I was curious to see.
Trying so hard.
It's like when those, what did they make? What the 80s? That fake language they made up? Do you remember that?
Yes, yeah. I was thinking
Yeah.
like there would
What is
always
that?
be somebody
No,
who
no.
wants to make it.
Not Simlish, Lord of Mercy.
Oh.
God, what was that language that combines like all languages?
You talking about Lodge Band?
C++?
I don't think so.
No.
Esperanto. I'm talking about
Esperanto. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Yeah.
I would say Lodge Band is a much better made-up language.
It is.
It
And I can
sounds
tell
good.
you, C++ is a real language, and it sucks.
It's true. Oh man. So
I mean, every language is a made-up language.
oh my god, really?
C++
But yeah.
is a widely adopted language, and it sucks.
Yeah, but I
I mean,
spent
look, they're-
so long looking for these wild, crazy Aarakocra of different birds that I
Bird.
when you guys
Bird.
were having a good time with it, I was like,
Bird.
yes, it's worth it. Oh man.
Oh man,
Trying
can
to
you
find
imagine an army of seagull people flocking at you? What a nightmare that would be.
Army of
Oh my
albatross.
god.
the
Aerial
rats of the
forces.
sky.
Screeching at like whatever volume like a 6-foot bird's lungs could screech at. That'd be
Oh,
the
yeah.
most horrifying thing ever, dude.
They're just dumping all over the enemy
Yeah.
troops as a
Yeah,
intimidation tactic.
Oh.
Chemical warfare.
Oh my god, they'd have to eat so much.
Oh,
They'd
yeah.
have to- it'd be,
Oh,
it'd
man.
be
That's what, yeah,
insane.
it's like before battle. They're just carb loading.
Oh
Are you
man.
The
It's super fun.
stinkiest stuff they can find.
Birds poop
Eating
every
cows from the
5
sky.
minutes without fail. Like
Oh,
Sammy
God.
used to poop on me all the time.
Yeah,
Nightmare.
that's with their tiny digestive tracts. The larger digestive tracts would make a difference, but also would make a very big difference when they let go. It's funny. I went to the secretary bird. The secretary bird's actually a reference to the game that Mike's DMing, so I had to work in a secretary bird in there somewhere.
Nice.
All right.
Oh
With that, we're going to go and wrap up here. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out DM Emporium. That's dmemporium.com. Although we might go through some restructuring here, we're actually going to try to focus down a little bit. So we might be offline for a little bit, but grab what you can while you can now. Don't forget to use the code MOCK10. That's Mach10 for Mockery of Life, and check him out on twitch.tv/Mockery of Life. You can also check out, use the code CANHAS10 with KA. SHAS10, and check out Molly Canhas, that's MOLLKANHAS at twitch.tv/MollyCanHas. Those are our two sponsored streamers. Both of those discount codes will get you 10% off your order and 10% go to building their wonderful, beautiful channels that we're super excited to see grow. We also sponsor 2 shows.
Give me $1. Fucking give me $1. I'm trying. Come on.
We also sponsored 2 shows. On Mondays, you can catch The Mind and the Martyr on Friends Who Roll Dice, and if you use the code FWRD, you can get 10% off, and 10% will go to building that wonderful community. And then Wednesdays, tomorrow, we sponsor Beyond Amends. That takes place in the Critical Role universe. Good God, on the continent of Wildmount, and I actually play as Brant Heightstagger, a Fire Ganassi Echo Knight, who is just ridiculous. He is Polearm Master and Sentinel, so it gets silly the things I can do.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, imagine
He's what you call a pappy boy.
Oh man, imagine that combined with using a glaive instead, so he has a 10-foot reach, and then also has an echo that can have reactions that he can take that have a 10-foot reach as well. Also, Polearm Master, anytime anybody gets within 10 feet of me or my echo, I can use my reaction to hit them and stop them where they're at. It gets ridiculous. But yeah, you can check them out, and if you use the code Featherfall, you can get 10% off your order, and then 10% goes towards their wonderful community there. So we're trying to dig our roots in and become part of the community out here. Other than that, always feel free to hit me up at Emporium_DM on Twitter, or Hitchhiker of the Mind on Twitter, and we'll hang out, have a good time. Other than that, yeah. Anybody have any other announcements or things that they're doing this week?
No.
Cool. All right. So check out the streamers when they're streaming. Everybody here every Tuesday, and we will catch you all later. Oh, actually, you know what? We should raid somebody. You know what? I wonder. Let's see if we can raid the Friends Who Roll Dice, just because they are coming at the end of their campaign.
Oh, neat.
It is The Gods We Know. And so we're going to go ahead and raid them since they're still going. And so hang on. And if you like the people there and everything, there's lots of catch-up you can do. They're really wonderful players and really wonderful DMs. So go ahead and check them out. For now, though, we thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, and you all are beautiful.
Yeah, get out of here.
He said to everybody who's already watching. That's fine.